guys, we're back for the Infra-Red podcast, episode 3 now, officially. And tonight we've got Liam Jones, who's been in the hospitality industry for how long tonight? For
15 years this year.
15 years in the hospo industry. Perfect candidate to get on and talk about what's happening in the nightlife within Perth and what's going on. And I've got Bryce as my co-host again
as
for
always.
tonight.
Hello, everyone.
As always, yeah. And yeah, we're going to be talking about a few different topics such as the angel shot, the what's going on with Rapture, the nightlife industry, the Perth customer service industry versus the rest of Australia, and venues with multiple managers and what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, Liam, give us a bit of an intro. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi everyone, Liam Jones, originally from Christchurch in New Zealand, came over 5 years ago now to experience Australia and basically get some more knowledge on hospitality. I've been in hospo since the age of 10. My parents owned a bar.
Since the age of 10?
Yeah, so I was 10 years old, standing on a milk crate pouring spate pints, or spate handles as we call them back home. And yeah, now I am here today. So
yeah,
I've worked most venues around Perth. We'll get to that later on. And I've started actually from the bottom, scrubbing plates all the way up to general manager. Current role at the moment is 2IC at Vinanolli's. So obviously we'll get to Vinanolli's later on this evening.
Yep. So where else have you worked then, like overall?
So
I had a list of stuff before.
Yeah, so I've been the Court, Connections, Casino. Oh Jesus Christ!
Sentinel Bar.
Sentinel Bar and Grill.
Yeah, the Butcher's Arms.
Butcher's Arms with Scott Taylor.
And that's just recently gone back, well, a couple of years ago went bankrupt.
Yeah,
stuff, right?
so October 28th, I walked in on a little 18-year-old kid changing my locks. Because Scotty just didn't pay the rent. So for hospitality viewers out there, they'll know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. I've done some work at Caps Corp, bartending at Metros, and
Coconut Grove as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah, a little stint at Coconut Grove, and then I had a little bit of holiday and went through.
Also, it says here the Revival Bar in New Zealand. That was after the earthquake, right? Yeah,
so Revival Bar was the first bar to open within the 4 Avs. So
the 4 what, sorry?
4 avenues.
Oh, okay.
So around the CBD area, there are 4 avenues, basically enclosing the CBD. And Revival Bar was the first bar to open up. There was 5 containers. 3 of them were the dance floor / seating area. One of them was a bar, and the other one was the toilets.
So containers, like sea containers.
Sea containers.
Sea container bar.
Sea container bar.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah, and it was a wicked spot. We had 2 hydraulic arms underneath the bar that would open up like a stargazer sort of setup. So in the summer you could open up the windows and actually look up and see the stars, so you're actually drinking underneath the stars.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah. So it was the only bar that you could actually walk up to the bar with a cigarette in your hand and throw back 3 or 4 tequila shots, as many as you want. Yeah,
that's awesome.
There are no bars that I know of in
like
Australia other than bush country that have that sort of aspect to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been around. I've seen some things.
So what happened with the Butcher's Arms, right? The Scott Taylor guy. Let's talk about that to start off with, because he owned the Angels Cut as well and the trustee from what we were talking about before.
So firstly, I want to say Scott's a great bloke for me. He's treated me perfect.
Yeah.
He's paid my wages. Yeah, sure, he owes me a little bit of money for the last couple of weeks. I'm not chasing that. I'll see it when I see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scotty, great bloke. He's just gone through a hard time in hospitality, and that's one thing hospitality has. It's just hard times. With the boom decreasing, now it's kind of building up. We'll get there, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just taking time. And
so Scotty had the Trustee, which is now Churchill's.
Oh, is that Churchill's now?
That's Churchill's.
Ah, okay.
He had the Beaufort Street Merchant. He had a whole heap of other venues. He just came through an unfortunate spot within his life, and he just went under. It happens.
Yeah, because the same thing happened with me. I was playing at I was getting booked through Anton Maz to play at the Angels Cut, and it's a beautiful venue, an amazing venue. But I don't know what happened. Just one day I got told that a whole heap of money was being owed, and then the locks got changed, and then doors closed. No longer the Angel's still there on the wall.
Yep, still there. It's it's where the Churchill's is right now. Look, venues in Perth will come and go, but unfortunately they're going faster than they're coming in.
Yeah,
and that's the biggest problem that Perth is have right now. Yeah,
because that's just like with the Five Bar and Clarence's, I think it is, in Mount Lawley, and they both closed on the same day.
Yep, and both closed within the same couple of days. What else is just closed down? Amps. Oh, sorry, Ambar.
Yeah, Ambar. Yeah,
Ambar closed, and then there's other little cafe, restaurant license bars around Perth that I don't want to say small time owners, but they're small time owners. They haven't made it in the
actual industry
in the big time or the big league industry yet. They're trying to crack into it, which is great, but some of them just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and it just comes down to experience and just seeing what's working and what isn't working within other bars and stuff, and then trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
And make money.
Like you look at, just to name one of them, you look at Mexican Kitchen in Fremantle. It's been around since 1960.
Really? Yeah. I've never heard of it. Whereabouts is it?
It's got Mexican Kitchen on the Cappuccino Strip. Right next to it's got EST 1960. So
is that the one next to Dome? That's the downstairs.
It's the Mexican one next to Grilled.
Yeah. And it's the downstairs kind of place. Yeah, no shit. I didn't know that.
So that's been around evenly for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to talk about the Angel shots and everything that's happening with that.
Yeah.
But we'll briefly talk about all of the topics, and then we'll just get into a discussion, and then just let it just flow from there.
Yeah, cool.
So what actually is Angel shots? You were mentioning that before, and we were talking about that on the group chat.
Yeah. So Angel shots is just a code word for people. They're on their first date or not. Met someone at a bar. They feel uncomfortable. So they head up to the bar and ask for an angel shot. Now, for people that don't know what an angel shot is, it's great. Because if you don't know what it is, you don't know what it is. You just think it's a typical drink. Because everyone wants a shot. Now, the angel shots is just a code word. It's a code word for help. I need help. I want to get out of the situation that I'm in.
Yeah.
So
it's just like a safety word for girls.
It's just a safety word, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so, well, keep going. Yeah.
Those safety words should be implemented everywhere, and it should be second nature for especially females to know what it is.
So what are some of the code words then? Because didn't you say something like angel shot with lime and stuff like that?
Yeah, angel shot neat, angel shot with ice, angel shot with lime. So neat is, I need you to escort me to my car. I don't feel safe in this venue. I need you to escort me out, please.
Yeah.
With ice is, can you order me an Uber? Can you order me a Lyft? or a taxi or
some
sort of thing.
transportation.
Some sort of transportation. And with Lime is, I need you to call the police. And especially for bartenders don't know this. It's been implemented in the UK, as we were talking before.
Yeah, with Mitch and stuff like that.
It's been implemented, especially the Angel Shot in America, but it's not implemented in Australia.
How was it implemented in the UK? Was it similar? Yeah, it's your turn to talk.
Well,
by the way, we have Jamie here. Mitch.
Thank you.
Yeah, your turn.
Well, it wasn't implemented as an Angel Shot. Instead, you go up to the bar and you would ask them if you could talk to a said person. I think at the university I was at, there was a bar that was run by the student union, which is essentially the guild. And the name that they used was like Adrian or something. And you would go up and ask, I need to see Adrian, and then the bar staff would know that something was wrong. And then they would escort you out of the premises, basically, to wherever you felt safe. And they also employed, I don't know if they were quiet bouncers, but they employed staff members to take you to a taxi rank, or to get a taxi for you, or to take you to the bus stop, or whatever you needed. So there were people on there specifically to there to take people to safety, basically.
Yeah, like escorting him out kind of thing and helping him out and stuff. How would it work though with the police? Because like if you were to get a girl, it's like, call the cops, something bad's going down. They're in the venue, and shouldn't the security guards handle it first?
Yeah.
Or?
So basically it's something that, especially females, they need to be aware of this code word before something really bad happens.
Yeah.
So with Lime, is something really bad has happened and I didn't register before it's happening, and now it's happening.
Yeah.
So we need help.
Yeah.
So for instance, Rapture.
Yeah, let's start talking about Rapture. Everyone's recently seen what's going on with that.
So everyone's going on about Rapture.
We'll go around the room and get everyone's perspective on it after this.
I'll go last then.
Yeah.
My perspective will be quite different to everyone's. So I'll go last.
Yeah. But so then, with the Angel Shot, so so if it was like, how would you implement it, just like putting it up in toilets and stuff like that? Or like
so before what happened at Rapture, coming back to that again, I actually spoke to the owners of the bar that I'm working at the moment, Vin and Ollie's in Fremantle, and we made up the poster and we put it up in the female bathroom, where men aren't allowed in there, so men don't know about the code word. They should know about it, but we don't really want blokes to know about the code word.
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah. So we implemented it before it happened. Before it happened at Rapture.
Well, how soon before it happened? Like before Rapture happened?
About 5 days before Rapture happened.
Before the Rapture happened.
Before the Rapture happened. By the way, I got out of Rapture safe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of moving off topic, aren't we? Just a touch.
Well, not really. Well, it's still like, because we're talking about Angel Shots, and then we'll get to Rapture and everything.
Yeah. I don't really know what else to say about that one.
Yeah, because Bryce, what do you think about it? Like, I think it should
loving this idea of Angel Shots.
It should be implemented, but I'm just surprised it hasn't been implemented before, years and years ago. Because that sort of shit happens all the time.
Yeah, it's not a new phenomenon.
No.
Girls feeling harassed or having their drink
like
spiked. This isn't new.
But it is one of those things where I can imagine sometimes they would like to play the what's the word for it without
wolf?
sounding not playing the wolf, but like playing the victim in a way. Like the whole thing happened with Air Nightclub. Like, who knows what the actual story for Rapture is, because obviously, the girl was not feeling safe and all this, and the way they responded and blah blah blah, and we'll get to that. But like with Air Nightclub though, how that girl went in there and then she said she got injected with something. Like, she just full on said that she was hanging out with her friends and someone injected her in her arm with something. And it's like, who the fuck would go to a club with a needle and then just stick it in a girl's arm hoping to try and take her home or knock her unconscious or something like that? And then they did reports and they did a medical and everything like that, and it turns out the girl was just full of shit. She was actually just playing cry wolf. But then that's one side of the thing where I guess, like, who the hell, as I said, would take a needle to a club?
Yeah.
But then getting spiked, that sort of stuff does happen. But it doesn't get talked about to the extent it should get talked about. But then now with Rapture, it's like blown it up. Now Perth is on the map again. Like,
for all the
Perth
wrong
is on
reasons.
the map for the wrong reason.
Yeah, for the wrong reason, 100%.
But we'll get back to why Perth should be on the map for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, just quickly with this podcast as well, because we're not going to be talking shit about people, and we're not going to try and like belittle or badmouth or anything like that, but we'll try and, you know, put it into a perspective where we all can get an understanding of it without burning bridges in a way, because, you know, there are good people out there.
Can we also just say that we had this conversation about doing this podcast before Rapture happened?
Yeah, we
as
did,
well.
Yeah.
So
This is only a recent topic, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's blown up. It was on the first page of Reddit as well, for like wacky things or something like that. But it's so dumb having, like what happened with Capital and Amplify ages and ages ago with the whole T-shirt incident. When that happened, that put Perth on the map, and it put Perth on the map for the wrong reasons, for bigotry and sexism and this and that and all the stupid things. And like I had talked to people in the past, where when that happened and they went from going from normal shirts to low cut shirts, and then everyone jumped up and down about it, if they would have gone from normal shirts and saying that you can wear low cut shirts, I can imagine there would have been a problem. But the thing is saying that you have to wear that or find another job, well, and controversy and sparks everything up. And
It's not necessarily about what the venues do per se, it's more about how they go about it.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. And there's a level of professionalism that needs to happen. Like, you can't... Because, like, let's just talk about Rapture. Like, so
May as well.
Yeah.
We're on the topic.
What was his name? Like, the guy who...
What is the owner's name?
Yeah. Can you pull that up and look up... Pull that up on Facebook. Let's actually have a look at their website. Not their website, their Facebook. And their Google. Because their Google now is 1.1 stars. And so...
and they've also cancelled Facebook have cancelled their reviews.
Yeah. Because of all the...
You're not allowed to leave a review at all.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Dan. Your private messages are now on the...
Dan, you owe him money. Or he owes you money. So yeah, 1.2 stars out of 5 based on 19. I even saw...
The rating's actually gone up.
Yeah, it went up 0.1. It went up 0.1 since I looked at it this morning.
See, I even saw a recommendation where someone actually... Look at the photo of that guy. Like, well, I'm never going to bump into this dude, but look at him on the left. He's been spiked.
Let's not make fun of Red on the stream, shall we?
He's definitely been spiked by himself.
Right again.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just...
But you can see, like, if you go to
the thing is when Rapture first opens, it was I thought it was a great thing because, you know, wicked, another bar is opening in Perth. It's going to be a great scene again. We're going to have another nightclub on the strip.
And it's going to be good. Like,
we just had Paramount just pop up again.
Yeah. We got to discuss that as well.
Because they got, well, I don't know if they got shut down or if their lease just expired.
I'm pretty sure it caused all sorts of problems. You heard about when the carpet caught on fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people heard about it, but if you're within the industry, you know about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, you had the Holy Moly pop up as well.
Yeah.
That's a massive, massive, massive joint.
Yeah.
Then Rapture pops up, and everyone in the hospitality community was like, nah.
Yeah.
Why? It's been dormant for 15 years.
Yeah, exactly.
What's going to be in there? They've got...
Yeah, what are they going to do to mix it up?
What are they going to do? Is it the same owner?
Yeah.
What's the go? And from a hospitality professional's opinion, no one that is hospo and has a name in hospo wanted to work there.
I'm not surprised.
No one wanted to work there.
Yeah.
But yet it was, I thought it was great because it was another bar opening. It was a second chance for Perth to get another club in there. I used to walk past that place and go, what the fuck is in that place?
Yeah, the exact same.
I want to know what's in there.
The exact same, because it's right next to Brass.
Right next to Brass, one of the biggest venues and one of the biggest controversial businesses in hospitality.
Yeah.
We won't bring it up. But everyone already knows. Everyone already knows about schoolies and
bringing your daughter to the slaughter.
Bringing your daughter to the slaughter, like, mate.
Like, let's reiterate on that. It happened a while ago because I don't think I'm ever going to play there, right? But it happened a while ago, and they had, what was it, Schoolies night, right? And then they advertised by putting sheets on the balcony and hanging them out in Northbridge with things written such as like "Bring your daughter to the slaughter" for the public to walk past and see. So what happens?
And people
stop and take photos.
Yeah. And not all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but Brass Monkey is a part of a corporation that's one of the largest hospitality corporations in Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
What corporation?
If you don't know who it is, you don't know who it is.
Okay, no, that's good.
Because I don't want to name names and name other venues.
Yeah. That's fine.
But it's a part of a massive corporation. There's like 300 venues within Australia.
Shit.
If not more, from what I'm aware. There is bottle stores as well. There is hundreds and hundreds of licenses that corporation owns, and they nearly
lost it all.
They nearly lost it.
Yeah.
Like, their liquor licensing, from what I have been told, their licenses all got reviewed and they've all been scrutinized through the teeth.
I'm not surprised.
About just a simple
Schoolies night.
Venue managers fuck up.
Yeah. Just thinking it's okay to do something like that, even though every man and their dog's going to walk past.
What was going through his mind or her mind?
Yeah, just throw some sheets out right on them. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Kids will
what
come.
Can go wrong? Like,
what
I
can
didn't
go
write
wrong?
it.
Well, we could either get really busy or I could lose my job.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happened with Brass, and so it's weird with that because with Perth, the Perth industry, the hospitality industry, it's like we just keep popping up on the map for the wrong reasons, I think.
Stupid reasons.
Yeah. Do you want any ice in that by any chance?
Nah.
All good? But yeah, it's stupid reasons, but it's not for good reasons, and that's the problem we've got because we're so isolated from the rest of the world.
Well, you got, I think like the closest town is like 3,000 kilometres.
Yeah.
Like from point to point, from coast to coast, it's 3,500, 60 something kilometres.
Yeah, from here to like Melbourne or something. Yeah.
No, I'm talking from Perth to Gladstone. Like I mean, point to point. Gladstone's in Queensland.
Oh no shit.
So it's like 3,500 kilometres.
Fuck.
So it's quite a big.
Yeah, we're a big country.
Melbourne should be popping up on the map for this sort of stuff because they can take the heat.
Yeah.
Perth can't.
That's exactly it. And unfortunately, well,
I'm sorry to get all political with you, but that's not going to happen while they're.
No, go on. They're
no. Actually, I don't want to say anything. It's just their state government right now is doing everything they can to harm the nightlife industry.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree.
So they've sort of shot themselves in the foot for the next 5 years.
You reckon the next 5?
I mean. Oh yeah.
Well, until re-elections or something.
Well, that's just the way laws work. You implement a law, and it doesn't matter if you repeal it straight away. The follow-on effects for that will happen for years on years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But what I meant by my comment was, Melbourne per capita has a shitload more bars.
Yeah, 100%.
They should be taking the heat more than Perth. That's what I meant.
Yeah. because you got like Chapel Street, and there's like it's like Caves Road equivalent down south. It's just bars on every corner, and every side of the street, everything. It's like 100 different bars or something, and the road goes for like 4Ks or something stupid.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
So if one
pub
place
crawl.
did something stupid like that, it'd just be washed in
It would be
amongst a lot of other bars. But
It'd
whereas
be
it
a-
happening
it'd
in
be a
Northbridge
barrel
with
effect.
Brass Monkey,
Yeah.
everyone notices.
Yeah.
So what do you think we can do? Well, what do you think the nightlife industry in Perth could do to make it better, though? Because, I mean, we've got new bars popping up, but
You got new bars popping up. Yeah, sure, you got the nightclubs that are really nice. Coconut Grove, for instance, it was a wicked launch. Awesome launch. It's on an ideal spot in Perth.
Whereabouts is Coconut Grove, for the people that don't know?
So Coconut Grove is right next to Paramount, down the road from Air Nightclub, across the road from Voodoo, basically the north end of James Street.
No shit, okay, yeah.
And for people that don't know James Street, they obviously know where the ice cream factory is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So Coconut Grove has the ideal positioning. They actually within the built steps down into the ice cream factory setup. So when there's festivals there, they can open up the floodgates and go, come drink beer,
yeah.
come dance.
I've been a few times. I've been to the ice cream factory.
Yeah.
You go into Coconut Grove. It's
Straight
actually pretty
away.
good. They've got like this top deck that overlooks the whole ice cream factories. It's pretty good.
It's a good spot. It's an ideal spot. And when I found out that was opening, I'm like, this place is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
If you don't like Coconut Grove, you can just go next door to Paramount. Very, very simple.
See, that's the same thing with Amplify and Capital, and they've been doing that for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Where it's Saturday nights, as soon as it hits midnight, the doors between Caps and Amps open. So then if you want to go out for a smoke, you can go out in Amps. But if you want to go inside and go have a hard dance, you go dance in Capital, or you go upstairs, or you go into Amps and dance in Amps, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or play bowling. But
So
yeah.
the nightclub in Perth, unfortunately, it's got the bad rep. Nightlife in Fremantle, even worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there are a few dirty
It's-
places along that road, along the strip.
For like, I'm working in Fremantle nights, late nights. So Vin and Ollie's is a late night venue.
It's a nice venue though,
So
from what I've seen.
It's a very nice venue. Seats about 80 people.
Yeah, and the stage,
Ish.
and, like the weekends, it goes off its shit, doesn't it?
Weekends goes off with the late night crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's wicked. We get a lot of interesting people
Yeah.
come on in
Freo
and say
locals.
g'day and have a couple of chips and
Yeah, or Mandurah locals,
Have-
like we were talking about before.
have the wicked cheeseburger spring rolls.
Really,
Yeah.
you guys do that? Them there?
Cheeseburger spring rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
bro.
Guildford does them. They're not too bad.
Yeah, by the way, I'm not getting paid to say this.
What other drink specials
Is
do
that
you
like a
do?
cheeseburger flavored spring roll, or is that
No,
spring
so
rolls in a
it's-
cheeseburger?
So it's a spring roll with beef. You take away all the stuff that
Yeah, the
a
bun
normal
stuff.
spring roll has.
Yeah.
You put in mince and cheese. And like a pickle relish.
holy-
So it's
Yeah,
a
it's
it's a
good.
cheeseburger spring
Oh.
roll.
Yeah, they're
That's-
pretty good.
That's bliss. That sounds like drunken bliss.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate. But yeah, we've got a cool little crowd that comes in. But Fremantle's an interesting spot. The only
Yeah.
thing that could happen through there is if someone takes over the Monk and turns it into a cool little nightclub bar sort of feel.
Do you think they need another nightclub though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need more options instead of just
Need more
metros.
options. At the moment, the only nightclubs we have is Newport.
And that's not really a nightclub either. It's more of a
It clo-
bar.
It closes at 1, doesn't it?
Closes at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
But
What's
see,
that place underground just next to
Hugo's.
Newport? Hugo's,
Hugo's.
yeah.
So the way that Fremantle works at the moment, I'll base on Fremantle because that's what I'm known at the moment.
Yeah.
I know the times. I know everything about the nightlife out there. Basically, it closes at 1-ish, and then people either go to Benny's or Hugo's. So you got Newport, Benny's, Hugo's, Metros. They're the only spots, and they're on one strip.
Yeah. You just
If they
bar hopping,
open up one more nightclub, it gives people more opportunities.
yeah.
Now, we do have B Diddy Darty opening up a wicked, massive venue, boasting like 24 beer taps. It's a cocktail lounge,
Shit.
rooftop bar, all in the one venue. And it's right next to the Norfolk, well, across the road from the Norfolk, next to the church,
That's pretty
and
cool.
right next to the local footy ground that's right in the centre of Perth. Oh, sorry, right in the centre of Fremantle.
So that's that new spot that's opening up.
Right on
yeah.
the corner, they're doing.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's
so that's a
sick.
wicked spot that his name's Ben. For people that don't know him, it's Ben Tour, but he goes for B Diddy Darty.
Mm.
So that's opening up very shortly, and that'll give Fremantle another boost.
Yeah. Because it just everywhere needs a boost in Perth, I reckon. Well, not Northbridge so much, but I would say
Northbridge survives.
Yeah.
Man,
it
when
will never
people
go away.
when people say to me, "Oh, where do you go out?" Well, it really depends on what I feel like. If I want to nightclub hop, I'll go to Northbridge.
Mm.
If I want an early night, I'll go to a little cocktail speakeasy bar
Yeah.
around Northbridge.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
If I want bowling, hardcore music, I'll go to Amps Caps. But if I want like an easy night, I go to Fremantle.
Mm.
So for Perth CBD, Northbridge, what's it? Murray Street?
Yeah, I think it
Murray
is.
Street is where Caps is,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think it is, or James Street. Can we pull that up? What road is it on again? That's right.
Because while we're at it, we'll talk about the new Pirate Life
Yeah,
bar
yeah.
that I was
Just Capital and Amps. What road it's on?
just a street because there's so many bars down there.
Yeah, so it's
the,
on
Murray Street.
Yeah, Murray Street. Yeah, and so yeah, just down the road, there's news of a Pirate Life craft beer bar opening up. Can you put the little man down on the map so we can actually see whereabouts it is? Because it's where the old Sony building used to be, across the road from
Tiger Lil's top
Yeah.
left-hand corner.
yeah, Tiger Lilies. It's just across the road from
Yep.
yeah, about there. Yeah, across the road from Tiger Lilies, and Tiger Lilies
Yeah,
just
that's
Right
like
there, the
still.
Sony
Yeah.
building. So
Yeah,
that's been turned into the Pirate Life craft beer.
yeah, and they're
Bar.
advertising. It's supposed to be like a men's bloody fantasy bloody like playground or something. Like they're supposed to have like a fountain.
I thought
I really reckon that'll
Penthouse
do
was
well.
meant to be the
Is
fantasy
it going to be a gay
playground.
club?
Wait, what?
Are we talking about a gay club here?
No, but legit, like it's supposed
Pirate
to have
life.
like a paddle pool or something like that, like ankle deep pool, so you can dip your feet in and chill and like. In the video, they had like parasails.
What, here at
and
this place?
yeah, that place.
Damn.
Yeah, it's supposed to be huge with like quite a few beers on tap and all craft.
It doesn't look like that big of a place, but
But
It-
see,
They're very long blocks, all of
Yeah.
them. Like very short.
but see
long.
with that, right, that'll give Murray Street a boost.
Yeah, 100%.
So you got Tiger Lil's across the road, Caps Amps down that little bit. Oh, there we go. Tiger Lil's right across the street. Down the road a little bit, you got Caps and Amps. Keep going. Then you've also got right there, you've got
yeah, the generous.
the General Squire from James Squire.
Yeah, and then
Caps
Capital
and
right
Amps.
there.
Keep on going down. You've got Edison. So it's gonna give that street a massive boost.
Yeah,
and
That's
you'll-
what needs
completely
to
sounds
happen.
like they're in the perfect spot, like
And
to do
the-
their thing.
The best thing is these guys that own the bars or work the bars will actually really see a lift. On average, about 20%
Hmm.
of a revenue raise.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
just by that.
Because we need more nightlife in Perth. We really
Yeah.
do. Like we need more bars and things you can do.
to be honest, I think the city of Perth should give up on Leaderville.
You reckon?
Yeah.
See, I haven't even spoken about Leaderville, and the reason I haven't spoken about Leaderville is who goes to Leaderville
Exactly.
anymore?
Which
yeah.
is why they need to give up on Leaderville.
Yeah.
It's
Like when the Leedy Hotel closed and they opened the 3 different bars there, that's when it just started going down the shitter. I
See,
reckon.
it worked
It really
for a little
can
bit.
stay as a coffee strip. Like it works well during the day.
Yeah, like
It
a
always-
Sort of like a
Always-
day club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of
If-
thing.
The garden bar, for example, in Leaderville does well because it is exactly that. It's a
And that's
day
where
place
That's
for
where the
drinks.
lady used to be, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's
Leaderville
the-
Hotel is now the garden bar as well as the Leaderville.
But what else
And it's
was
like-
it? It's like there's something else there. Is
You
it
got the
three-
Flamingo,
Yeah, the Blue
the
Flamingo
Garden
or something,
Bar,
right?
Bob's Beer and Bites, and you've also got like a dive bar, rock sort
Yeah.
of bar upstairs in Leedy. But Leedy Hotel, it needs to be a day venue.
Mm.
You need to have wicked cool tunes in the. We're going all day from 10 until 10, 12 hours. Keep it going, and when for people that like 18-year-old school kids that don't go to school anymore, that work but still want to have fun on a Wednesday afternoon,
That's it. Yeah, something to do.
something
kind
to
of thing.
do. If I was the owner of the Leedy, I'd be like, right, let's do something for that. Let's bring Melbourne-esque style hospitality. We'll talk about it later. Melbourne-esque hospitality into Perth. They have a 24-hour nightclub in Melbourne.
Do they actually?
24-hour nightclub. I don't know if
Whereabouts?
it's still going.
What is it
but
called?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But from what I'm aware, they have a 24-hour
Yeah,
nightclub.
Google that. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can find that.
And
Because I've heard they've got a 24-hour bottle shop. And,
Yeah.
But I've never heard of the nightclub, and I've been to that bottle shop, and it's fucking cool.
Yeah, so what I've been told is they have a 24-hour nightclub in Melbourne, and it's one of those real hardcore doof doof doof
Yeah.
doof doof
Proper rave kind of thing.
proper rave music.
Did he find it? What's it called? CQ. Let's pull it up.
There we go. CQ Melbourne.
Still has a better
That
rating
looks like
than
a
Rapture.
hotel.
That's not saying much.
Yeah. We got to make so many Rapture jokes about how bad the place is.
There we go.
I just love the aesthetics
is
of
it
Melbourne
upstairs?
CBD.
Wait,
It's
Whereabouts
just the trees, the
I swear I've actually been there.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've never been there,
Really?
but I've just been told that it's a 24-hour nightclub in Melbourne.
That's so cool though. If it's a proper 24-hour place.
But see, should we talk about the difference between Melbourne and Perth?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, 100%.
So
Because Melbourne their nightlife is just on point. Basically.
yeah, so hospitality Perth compared to hospitality Melbourne, there is no comparison.
Yeah.
different world.
Different world,
100%.
different aspects, different everything. There are bartenders in Perth, and I will name the bars. You know, you got Mechanics Institute,
Yeah.
Alabama Song, Joe's Juice Joint, which just got named. This is why Perth. This is what Perth should be on the map for. Joe's Juice Joint.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
It got number one best. Well, sorry, the best dive bar in the world. Now this is beating Melbourne, London,
It got
New
the
York.
number one.
It got the best dive bar in the world.
It is a really cool bar, but the music, I don't get along to the music downstairs.
That's what dive bars are all about. It's
Yeah.
it's about
Yes.
the grungy, the dark, the
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I
it
agree
definitely
with
does
that.
that well.
But I
And
reckon no.
it is the best bar in the world, and I can quite happily say is I've sat and ate chicken wings in the best bar in the world.
I've had a chicken burger there before.
But
Had a
see,
lot
they-
of peanuts there.
they offer like Clint Nolan, who's the owner of the corporation. He's done some great things in his career, and opening that dive bar, which was meant to be a pop up,
Was it supposed to be a
it was
pop?
meant to be a pop up,
No shit.
There
and
you
it
go.
just hooked him. And when it hooked,
It just
it
stuck.
stuck,
Yeah.
and it's still that fish is still swimming around that sea with that hook in its mouth. It's not going anywhere. The only way that place will close is if it gets shut down.
Yeah.
I can't see it getting
Yeah,
shut
but
down.
like with that place, when it first opened, I reckon the clientele that were going there was great. It was like, you know, the alternative, rocky, kind of grungy kind of people, the emo kids and goth kids and all just like that fucking dark, grungy kind of style. But now I reckon like
Now you get
no-
suits.
Yeah.
You get the suit and ties walking at 2 o'clock in the morning after their business meeting that they had 7 hours ago.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Like-
And you get turbos and cake faces and shit that go there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, it's just the average clientele of Northbridge, but it's in the heart of Northbridge, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
across
right.
the-
It's right behind
That
like
sushi
Penthouse.
place. Yeah.
Right behind Penthouse.
Yeah.
Everyone knows where Penthouse is. Like,
Yeah.
it's a
Everybody.
no-brainer. But yeah, the difference between Melbourne and Perth is per capita. There's way more bars, and I can't.
And they're all a lot of laundry like bars, like basically tiny,
so
small.
it's so you're going for the speakeasy bars, the hidden bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I love
that's
the
my
hidden
memory
bars.
of
Yeah.
Melbourne as an 18-year-old was just being able to jump on that tram,
Yeah.
and you'd see something and you'd be like, oh, that's cool, and then you get off at the next stop, walk back a little bit, walk into there. It was awesome.
So the hidden bar effect, I'll go into more detail about it later, but the hidden bar effect is great.
It works so well. I love
If
it.
you don't know where it is, you don't know where it is.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
You
it.
don't know what it's called.
Or
you
you've got to
don't know what
stumble
it's called.
past
Yeah.
it.
You have
like-
to stumble past it.
I gotta talk about this one. Pull up. I think it's called the Sub Club in Melbourne.
Yes.
And yeah,
Yes.
it's a bar and it looks like a kebab shop, but they sell like hot dogs and shit like that, right? But then when you go in there, everyone's just kind of lining up and they've got a fridge, right? Fridge door. And then it's like when someone leaves, so they just open the fridge door and it's like a Kentucky bar, Hawaiian bar out the back that fits like 30 people.
Yeah.
That's how small it is. And so
That's-
with that,
that's-
Yeah,
right,
that's the
everyone's
shit,
everyone's
man.
just waiting, but looks like for a kebab or a hot dog or a burger or something like that.
And
But
it
as
makes
soon as-
that it makes that shop look
no, it's
so
not that
busy.
place. Look up hidden bars.
so it
Melbourne.
works for two things.
Two things.
Yeah.
Also that covers your liquor license as well because there's food
hidden bars.
available.
Yeah.
And there's
So it's another loophole within the system.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yes, but
anyone
what-
in there can order something from outside.
yeah,
to come
exactly.
in, yeah.
And that's exactly it. They do Uber Eats, I'm pretty sure, there as well. So to make it even more legit, it's like
Yeah.
the actual guys properly cooking food, but there's a small Kentucky bar out the back.
So-
just go go more places. But then there was another bar. I can't remember what it was called, and you have to walk down this alleyway. The Croft is a really cool place. That's a science lab down the back of somewhere. It's legit. Like they've got beakers and all sorts of stuff. We should have had a look before. I can't remember what it was called. But it's such a cool place. But that place I was just saying before, where you go down the back alleyways and stuff like that, there were legit homeless people sleeping down this alleyway. So I was walking down there with my now ex-girlfriend, right? And it's just like, what the fuck? Where the hell are we going? Trying to follow the instructions of trying to find this bar. And then it's just like around the corner, right, in this like little dead end. And it's a bar that fits like 15 people. That's how small it was. It's
Yeah.
just like really light music, and it was just such a good atmosphere.
Well, where small bars came from, there is this bar in the UK called Old Faithful, Ye Old Faithful,
yeah.
and it is the oldest bar in the world. Like,
Shit.
it is the oldest bar in the world. It is the original bar top, still has the scratchings on the bar, it's got the scratchings on the pillars. Now, I stand 6'3", right? You need to be 5'8" to actually maneuver your way through. So for someone that's tall, you actually need to bend down.
Yeah, to get through the
because
doorways
the floor
and stuff.
is so low, and then there is about a foot of just solid exposed wooden beams, and in between that you got your headroom, and then it goes down again. So with that, it's a great little bar. It holds 20 people inside.
Yeah.
20 people, and then outside they've subdivided it and they've extended the license again. It can hold about 100 people outside. But
Do they
it's-
have do they have taps outside though or anything like
No.
that? Yes.
all the taps are inside. It's a historic building.
Yeah.
I think it was built in like the 1860s or something like
That's
that.
hectic. So it'd
I
be
can't
heritage
remember.
listed and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
a wicked small bar. And that's where Melbourne has done so great, is with the small bars. Yeah, sure, they've got the nightclubs, the big 500-600 person pack bars.
Yeah.
They've got the tabs, they've got everything, but they the one thing they're thriving on is the small bars.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it was McGowan. McGowan was actually accepting or telling the liquor licensing to accept nearly every single small bar license for Perth
Really?
to make Perth like Melbourne. So it brings the tourists in.
So that was
It was-
happening for Perth, McGowan government.
That was happening for Perth.
But then what ended up happening though? Like,
It's still going.
It's still
You can
happening.
still apply for your small bar license, and 9 times out of 10 it'll still get approved with some loopholes that you need to jump through hoops and bounds for. But
Yeah.
you can still get it.
but
So-
see, the problem is though, it's the rent, isn't it though?
Yeah.
Because you get applied, you get accepted, then you get the building, like you find the right building, you start renovating it, but
You
then you gotta
can't-
stay
you-
afloat.
You can't be accepted for your license until you have a venue.
Okay.
So you
true.
need to. This is where
Makes sense, though.
this is where
So they're going to judge you with that license on the venue and where it is, and
yeah.
what sort, like, is how soundproof is it?
Yep.
You know, how secure is it?
How secure it is, if there's any residential homes around you,
We need to touch on that subject as
blah
well.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So
Um,
lease comes first.
We should talk about that though as well, because like that's
Mm.
one thing that is killing the industry in Perth.
It's rent.
No, rent and also living. Like we had this problem with the Scotto, where it's like you have a pub that has been there for like, it's been there I think 27 years or something like that.
See, that's one. I'll just interject there. That's one problem. That's one major problem I have. If the bar was already there and you've just built,
Yeah,
tough fucking shit.
that's exactly.
You
Get over
knew
it.
that there was a bar there
There's a
before you
pub.
started building.
Yeah, why?
Classic example of this would have to be Clancy's Fish Pub in Fremantle.
Yeah.
They had a history of live music.
Yeah, they still do. It's one
Yeah.
of the
And they still do,
biggest.
but yeah, there was an apartment building that was built across the road,
Yeah.
and yeah, they had a bunch of complaints coming in about loud music late at night. And if you build an apartment complex next to a venue like this, you've sort of got to
The-
get on with your
the-
neighbours
the
that are already there.
The thing is yeah, sure, as an apartment owner, yeah, you have rights.
Yeah.
But if the bar was already there
Yeah,
prior,
But the law doesn't recognise that, and I think it should. It should recognise the people that were there, the culture that was there.
Yeah. The industry.
like at Revival Bar back in New Zealand, it was actually stated on our liquor license that we had to have a decibel
decibel
reader
Yeah.
after, I think it was 12 o'clock from memory, and it had to be under some sort of decibels.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, if it was above that decibel, we got smacked with a $2,000 fine.
Yes. Yeah. There's something.
If we got 3 complaints within 20 minutes, the coppers would show up,
Yeah.
do the decibel reader, bang, here you go, here's a $2,000 fine.
Similar thing with the Scotto, and it was the worst thing. It's part of the reason why Caboose became Caboose, a craft beer bar. So when we had the Velvet Lounge, we were putting bands and stuff like that in there and stuff like that, and it worked so well. Because you go to your pub, and there'd be a band down the back, and you go and, you have a few drinks or pre-drinks, then you go into the band room, you go watch the band, and if you want to go have a cocktail, you go upstairs and, overlook the balcony and stuff like that. But these new people, I'm pretty sure they were Asian, they moved in, right, and they actually bought their own reader, right? So then they kept it inside their bedroom apparently, but they had a balcony. So every time they could hear snares or the kick drum from the drums and stuff like that going off, they'd go and stand out in their balcony and read it and then call the council up. And we got done. We got done, like you said, like the thing was $2,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we just basically had to shut it was so dumb because
But see, it's not that hard to get those decibel readers, right?
yeah.
You can go to J-Car, pick up a decibel reader. I went to J-Car, picked up a bloody megaphone.
Yeah.
I wanted one, so I bought one.
Yeah.
If you want a decibel reader, you can buy your own decibel reader. They're designed for one reason only, and that's to keep the levels down.
Yeah.
But in saying that, the bar was already there before you bought the bar.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
before you bought
Yeah.
the
Bought the house.
bought
yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
But it really depends. The only loophole it is when the house was built.
Yeah.
So let's just say, I don't know, Flying Scotsman. We'll put that in for instance.
Just excuse me for a moment. I gotta go to the little men's room.
Mm-hmm.
Flying Scotsman. That was made what,
Yeah.
30 years ago, built 30 years ago.
No, it's a heritage listed building.
Heritage
upstairs, I'm pretty
building.
sure.
So their liquor license would be
old, yeah.
old liquor license. So their license was there before these new apartments were built.
That's it.
Grow some balls, get the fuck over it.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it. And see, like talking.
The local council bylaws don't take that into consideration at all.
No, they don't. And
They really should. It should be a first come, first served. If you're already here,
or
then
or a
you've already set-
negotiation.
Negotiation
and
already
like-
been the rules. This is the way it's already
But
sort
see,
of
it's going to be
working.
very interesting though, because like, I don't know if I'm at liberty to talk about this, but it's already getting talked about around Capital and Amplify, and like almost every staff member knows just the word of mouth in such a big corporation, right? But they're building a rooftop bar on Amps, on top of Amps, right? And with that, building a rooftop bar there, right? You've got brand new apartments going up across the road.
Now, is this allegedly?
No, this is word of mouth. From,
Word of mouth. Okay, so it's
yeah.
not. It's not.
I don't know if it's officially happening,
Okay.
but I've heard it from like 7-8 different staff members.
Oh, okay.
Kind of
All
thing.
right.
Like,
So it's not. It's
Semi-official.
common knowledge
yeah,
within
it's
the
like
corporate.
yeah. See, like, I don't know, like, because I can't say it is definitely happening. But when you have different staff members, like, have you heard the news yet? It's like, no, tell me. Oh no, I have heard about that. But with that, if they're going to be building a rooftop bar with DJs up there, like Carnegie's, how it turned into whatever it is now, that new apartment block, don't you think like the probably similar thing will happen?
It'll be under the same liquor license.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yep.
Yeah, so then they'll be able to get away with it.
Yeah,
But then
9 times out of 10 they probably would be, because from what I can see, from what I can imagine, sorry, they're under the one liquor license. As soon as 12 o'clock hits, bang. It's one liquor license because it's one solid building.
Yeah.
The liquor license would be null and void by opening that door at 12 o'clock.
You reckon?
Yeah. So the whole building would be under one whole liquor license, because with a liquor license you need a red line plan.
Okay.
The red line plan, you can't just have a door and be like, oh, at 12 o'clock, by the way, we open that.
Okay. So what actually is a red line plan then?
Red line plan is just the outline of your liquor license.
Okay, it's just like how things play out
So
and stuff.
you can't take your drink out the front door.
Yeah.
That's why they have a door and then the front door.
Yeah. That makes sense, yeah. So you
So-
basically have those two doors in the way.
Yeah.
Well then, with liquor, let's talk about liquor licensing, because like, there's so many different types, but it's like what you were saying before, like with that 24-hour club, they've got such an old license they can keep.
Very, very old license.
But then you can apply for different types of liquor licensing, can't
So you got your cabaret, you got your small bar, you got your tavern, you got your restaurant.
Yeah.
Within those licenses, liquor licensing can change basically what they want. They can make you have a security guard at 7 o'clock in the morning because they feel it's appropriate.
And so the liquor and licensing crew can just do that, basically.
They can enforce that.
No way.
If they want to, they can. We just got at Vinaroli's today. We just got approved for our liquor license because we're changing ownership. It's great. We have that an awesome license, a wicked license.
Are you at liberty to talk about it? Or?
No.
I
No.
thought not.
No. But we have a wicked license, and basically me, the venue manager, and both the owners were stressing that we weren't going to get the same license. We thought that we were going to have to jump through hoops and fucking bounds just to get.
When you
Just to
say
be able to
hoops
open.
and bounds, it's just like modifying certain things to actually.
So
Fit
hoops and
that
bounds
license.
meaning our alfresco area. We need an ETP, which is extended training permit.
Yeah.
So extended trading permit to have the ability for people to sit outside.
Yeah.
So that's extending our red line plan out to the streets
Yes.
to a point.
Yeah. So it takes time to actually go. You have to apply for it and wait
Yeah.
for it and all sorts of shit. Yeah.
So I thought that wasn't going to get accepted. I also thought that our trading hours was going to go way back down.
Yeah.
I thought that we would have to serve food every single time we serve a drink. I am at liberty to say that we can serve drinks prior to 12 a.m. without food. After that, we have to serve food. It's
What-
pretty easy. We just need to keep the kitchen open.
Yeah. And see, that's what they actually did over in Sydney as well with their lockout laws, but that ended up just damaging so many different places though,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But
didn't
see-
they just recently repeal the lockout laws?
They've got rid of them now.
Yeah, but
But
like
see-
I said, the knock-on effect for that is going to be felt for years to come.
It will, yeah.
And
100%.
lockout laws, with taking away the lockout laws, yeah, sure, it's great. People can, general public, they don't understand. They can come and go whenever they want, blah, 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 blah. But you're smashed, you're smashed, you're smashed. You all want to come into the bar. We're on lockout. 5 minutes after you walk in, liquor licensing walk in. He's smashed, and he's smashed. Here's a fine.
Really?
Yeah. If you're overly intoxicated,
Yeah, but how often does that happen though?
quite high.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to bring it up with the Peach Pit as well. It's really, really shit, but the Peach Pit, which was the Squire's Fortune in Scarborough, right, next door to El Grotto,
Yeah.
it's the most dumbest thing with their liquor and licensing, right? But you got El Grotto, that's all open kind of thing. Like they've all got all their doors open. It's got like a nice outside sitting area and everything. But they blast their music until they close. Like blast their music. Lookout,
See, they
similar
can,
thing.
they can,
They can get
Look-
away with it.
they can get away. We'll come back to the music,
Yeah.
like the decibels, because there's a hotel on top of them, and there is no residential houses within 700 meters.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happens. They like the music outside of the Squire's Fortune Peach Pit, right? They have to turn it off at I think it's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And it's the most bullshit thing ever because then you've got Scarborough Beach Bar, you can hear the music blaring out of that. You've got El Grotto, music blaring out of it next door. But then when you walk past the Peach Pit, it's just quiet.
But
So-
it all comes down to your liquor license.
Yeah, and
That's
they
all
need
it
to get
comes
that
down to.
fixed. But I don't think they can get that fixed because the hotel's on top of it.
Yeah.
And that's what's so
Sounds
shit.
to me like they need to move.
But they can't because
The-
they've
The
rent the
thing is,
building
with
and stuff.
moving a venue, very hard.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult.
Yeah, but this is what I was just been saying. Everyone says it's very hard, but you got to do things to move forward. You know, even if it's hard.
They can.
Yeah, you have to do it if you want to create a successful venue. You have to keep looking for ways to improve, even if it's hard.
Exactly. But
Should we quickly address what Beth has just said as well?
Yeah,
So-
I'll be back with the toilet break.
Alright. At Crown, we aren't allowed to use the loading dock after 10 on weekdays anymore because people in the apartments start complaining.
now, hey Beth, I used to work at Crown. When you say loading dock, do you mean underneath the casino or Towers loading dock?
I think she means under the casino just because
It's
of
going to
the-
take her a while to respond with about 15-second delay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But yeah, we'll come back to that and everything.
We're not allowed to use the loading dock after 10 on weekdays anymore because people are in apartments. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So that would actually be the Towers. Now that wouldn't be a liquor licensing law.
That wouldn't be.
That would be Crown enforced.
Okay.
Because Crown Towers, 6-star venue, wants to.
She said the theatre.
Oh, yep, I know where you are. Yeah, I know where you are. Right next to Towers. Yep. Yeah, same thing. It wouldn't be Crown enforced. It wouldn't be liquor licensing enforced. It would be Crown enforced.
Yeah.
Very, very large company, ranging. People don't know this. Not really at liberty to tell, but there are multiple venues underneath Crown Entertainment.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Multiple venues. Smaller
Are they
venues.
like sister companies? Are they linked to Crown at all?
They'll be linked. Yeah.
So they're all like sister companies.
Yeah.
Like it's a big umbrella corporation that
Yeah.
owns.
So Crown Entertainment as a whole, and then it'll be trickling down. But yeah, that wouldn't be liquor license enforced.
Yeah. So bringing it back to the Peach Pit and stuff like that, well, it's ridiculous because they should be able to hopefully fix their license, but like, how would it? how would you go about trying to change your license though? It takes forever, right?
Once you've got a license and you like the license, keep with it as long as you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Because, well, what do you mean by that? Why? Just because it's so hard to appeal
It's just
it
difficult,
stuff?
probably.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to change your license. Let's just say, what should I use for instance? Sail and Anchor. Use Sail and Anchor, for instance. If Sail and Anchor wanted to move from their tavern license, I'm pretty sure they've got tavern, onto a nightclub cabaret license, that would never happen.
Really?
Cabarets, I think the last cabaret license from memory was a sewing room.
Really?
Yep.
So what falls under the cabaret license?
It's basically nightclub license. You can go all the way up until 6 a.m. if you like to,
No.
without serving food.
No shit. Okay. And so yeah, as you just said, not many places in Perth have that anymore. Then.
From what I think,
Yeah.
it would be Metro City,
Yeah, and Capital and stuff.
Caps Corp.
Because then that would
Most of Caps Corp would have the cabaret license. I know Metro's Frio definitely does.
Yeah.
That
would mean the court though doesn't actually have it then. Because
no,
the court,
court's under
serves
tavern.
food.
Yeah.
Court's tavern.
Yeah, I thought it would be like
Yeah.
And
that.
have that little pizza joint at the back.
Yeah.
And see, pizza is classified as a substantial meal, and that's where they get it. They don't need to have pizza on the table. They just need to have access to food.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
it falls under that regulation kind of thing.
So that's liquor licensing can go. You need to have access to food, or you need to have food on the table.
Yeah.
But since it's such a large venue, you can't enforce every table to have food. So
Yeah. Should we talk about Rapture? Because we haven't actually
Yeah.
touched on that
Yeah.
subject yet. And then we'll also talk about coup d'etat as well, because with how that
coup
happened.
d'etat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
So-
get to coup d'etat.
So with Rapture, all right. Well, let's start off with Mitch. What do you think? And then we'll go around. And we'll see what happens. So what?
I don't really care. It sounds bad. I don't really care whether the girl was spiked or not. That's not the issue that I have with Rapture.
See, I'm the exact same.
The issue I have with Rapture is that you own and run a business, and you should have some level of professionality
That's exactly it.
behind your interactions with your customers, and the response that was given was not up to scratch at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that guy.
Putting aside the whole was she spiked or wasn't she spiked scenario, I don't think that really matters in this case.
No, exactly. It doesn't really matter. The biggest thing about it is that just that guy was just, even if it was his sons responding or whatever, if you run a business, you got to run a business.
And
It's
at the
gotta
end of
be
the day, you're
business
the
level.
leader of the business, so it all falls on you.
Yeah.
So.
And didn't you say before, it's like, hey, new people that, it's like, oh, there's new nightclubs opening up, and people are just like, nah, I don't want to work there.
Yeah.
Because I had a similar thing where a friend of mine who runs an event at Badlands Bar in the Hens Room, he approached Rapture and said, can we run an event there, monthly event or bi-monthly, and, try and help you guys get it off the ground as like a Friday night kind of thing. The guy legit said, well, unless your first event brings 350 people through the door, don't even worry about it. But how can you...
How can you guarantee 350 people?
That's exactly it. You can't.
I was at, just a side note, I was at Coconut Grove for their opening night. We didn't get 350 people. We didn't even hit capacity on their opening night, and that was the big wow factor. New venue. A venue that's right next door can hold 600 people. We probably didn't even hit 100. But anyway,
Yeah.
It's just depressing when I think about businesses in Perth and the fact that I threw an event in the UK with no circle of friends, no contacts, nothing like that, and I still managed to get 350 people into a nightclub.
What event was that? Oh, that was in the UK.
That was when I was in the UK. Yeah.
But it's so different here though compared to Australia, because
Oh yeah, for sure.
just because more expensive drinks and everything else that's a factor.
That would be the biggest thing to help the nightlife industry in
but that would
Australia.
never happen, no.
is to just stop taxing alcohol and
Yeah.
start accepting that
But
people
see,
are
if
going
they-
to drink alcohol whether you like it or not, and it's not about taxing it, it's about having, you know, services available for people who like educating people, just educate people.
Yeah.
You know? And I think people nowadays are responsible enough and they know enough.
Well, you
I
won't
mean,
hope
you
so.
still see it when you go out, people getting absolutely trashed, but like,
There are that handful of people.
it's
out
about
there.
mentality, right? So in the UK, because drinks are so affordable, you can go out. You don't have to do pre's. You can
Yeah.
you can go out. People have that understanding, like, because they go out more because drinks are cheap. They don't go out with the intention to, okay, this is my one night a month or my one night a
Exactly.
fortnight to go out. I'm gonna go hard, right? They go out, you know, 2, 3, 4 times a week, and they drink responsibly because they know, well, you know, I'll be going out, you know, tomorrow anyway, so I don't need to get
Yeah.
plastered.
I've got work tomorrow, but I'm going out after work anyway.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's just like there's no need to get plastered because there's always next time.
Yeah.
Where here in Perth, it's so expensive to go out that people make a whole night of it, sort of thing. They have pre's, and then they're already plastered by the time they hit the club, and they just keep drinking, and that's where you're getting your problems. Is because alcohol is so restricted and so expensive. You don't have the opportunity to teach people about responsible drinking.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's one thing that as a bar manager, a general manager, venue manager, it's so difficult to be like, mate, you're cut off. But why? You're showing signs of intoxication. Yeah, but everyone's showing signs of intoxication. Yeah, but you're the numbskull that walks up to the bar.
Yeah. That's exactly it. You're the one that stands out.
You're,
It's
you're,
like-
you're the one that stands out, and you're the one that's jaws swinging left to right, clacking like no one else can hear. Right. But
Yeah, but you can't help that though. That's how it is everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens in Melbourne and happens in the UK as well. It's like obviously people like you have a level of control kind of thing.
Well, I mean, look at it. Like, look at the strict laws we have on alcohol and liquor licensing and all that shit we have here. No other country has issues, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have strict laws like that. No other country has I mean, obviously there's, you know, the usual issues, but they happen still even with the restricted laws.
if we're having a chat on responsible drinking, sorry, I'm the only Kiwi here. I don't know if anyone's here. Responsible drinking and Australia should not be in the same damn
No,
sentence.
100%.
You have drive-through bottle stores. Drive-through bottle stores.
Well,
we don't
at least
have
we're
that
not
in
at least we're not America. You can buy like alcohol with your bloody
You can
prescription
buy-
medicine.
and you can.
Can you actually?
Yeah,
you
they
can.
sell alcohol at chemists.
Yeah, and you can buy it at the supermarket, but you can
Yeah.
buy your beers at the supermarket in New Zealand.
Mm.
But you guys got drive-through bottle stores.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that can happen?
Well, it's
Oh yeah, let's make a drive-through bottle store. Let's have an RBT, fucking 700 meters down the road. Oh wait, when was your last drink? Oh, 20 seconds ago, mate. I've got a cracked can right here. It's Australian culture.
Mm.
Beer, Australia. That's culture.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah, that's all we're built
beer,
on.
Australia culture.
Yeah.
I think we have that in common with the UK, this alcohol culture, although I think the
But
UK, like, it isn't all at home. Like, I feel like everyone drinks at home in Australia because it's maybe slightly less taxed. I'm not sure exactly how much tax gets at bottle shops compared to when you go
As far
out.
as I'm aware, there is no tax on alcohol, but I know that they have started taxing cigarettes, so maybe they're thinking about doing the same thing with alcohol.
What, in Britain?
Yeah.
Really? What
Yeah.
was the taxes compared to here though?
Well, I think I was paying about £7 for a pack of 20 cigarettes, Taylor's.
Which is like $3.50 or something like that.
No, it's
No,
like
it's
$14.
$14, yeah.
So it's still expensive in terms of European standards, but it's like half the price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
compared to here
Then-
though.
but I
But
was just
they're
gonna
going to ramp it up just like Australia did. They're going to slowly increase it.
I personally think that the damage caused from alcohol from drinking at home as opposed to the damage caused from alcohol at a licensed venue where there's security, where there's
Exactly.
less room to be binging. Like, nobody's going to, you know, swing a goon bag around on a clothesline at a licensed venue. They might do that at home. Like nobody's gonna scull a bottle of spirits at a licensed venue.
Yeah.
They might do that at home.
That's why there's only
Right.
so many venues within Australia that do bottle service.
That's very
But
true.
even bottle service, you have a hostess with an approved manager's card that is sat at home in front of his or her laptop doing a 6-hour course to be able to get paid minimal wage to do bottle service. But even that, you're paying 250% on top of the bottle.
Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah.
So
That's what's so dumb though, because when it's like you go and buy a bottle of Smirnoff for $40, but then you go to a nightclub.
you're paying $400.
Yeah. Well, the perfect example is like Coup d'etat, because we can start getting to that.
Yeah, let's get into
Like
Coup
with
d'etat.
Beaumonde, whatever it's called, that I'm working.
Beaumont?
Yeah,
Beaumont?
Beaumont, that I'm working at now, which is the new business that they've taken over Coup d'etat.
That's upstairs.
Yeah, the restaurant. They sell $1,000 bottles of champagne.
Yeah.
But then talking to the bar managers, oh no, it's a $100 bottle of champagne. There's 1,000% markup, or whatever it is, or 100%.
It really depends on what sort of
Yeah.
service you're doing. If you're doing a Magnum, then yeah, it'll definitely be 1,000% markup on it.
Mm.
But
Yeah. But what happened though? Like, what was your perspective? Because I only just started
So,
working there, so.
Coup d'etat.
Because it just quickly
Chef-
though, it's a cool venue.
Oh, it's a wicked venue. All
Where
right,
embargo is and-
we'll start with the good. We'll start with the good
Yeah.
points. So
Yeah, let's do the good, bad, and ugly kind of thing.
yeah,
Coup d'etat, just for reference, is the one that's on the river.
Well, let's pull it up on maps
Yeah.
so people can see where it is, because a lot of people don't know where embargo is or anything
anymore. Like embargo took it over, and they've just picked it up and sprinted with it.
Yeah.
It is a great venue. Coup d'etat deck, wicked venue.
Yeah.
Best view.
Yeah.
Like, if you want anywhere to go for the Australia Day fireworks,
Yeah, probably there, 100%.
right there, get it in the top right hand corner as soon as you walk in, book it. It is an awesome spot. There you go. Coup d'etat.
Doomed from the start.
So it is, doomed from the start. Let's just scroll that down so no one can see that.
Yeah.
But can we take it up to the first photo? Yeah, there we go. So everything in that building, all the timbers, is reused.
See, I actually haven't been in there.
So-
I've only been upstairs.
So the timber was reused from, I think it was a jetty from Bustleton.
Oh, really?
The jetty.
Yeah, the jetty. Yeah,
The jetty.
Because
So
I'm from Busso.
I'm pretty sure.
Surprise.
I'm pretty sure from memory it was some of the timber from the jetty in Bustleton.
pretty
Is
awesome.
coup d'etat related to coup d'etat in Bali at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the owners thought that it would be a great idea to open up in Perth.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
It does. 75% of Perth people visit Bali every single year, if not 5, 7, 12 times a year.
Mm.
So, yeah, they thought, hey, why don't we bring the experience to Perth? Now, if you look at Coup d'etat Bali, it's completely different. This is modernised. It's 21st century. It's sleek. It is very, very nice. Open, bright, wicked spot. The problem was, I'll get into the problem about the deck now.
Yeah.
And I hate saying it, but the point in general, parking.
Pull it up on the satellite maps as well, so people
Yeah.
can see where it actually is. So,
So-
the parking, yeah.
So the point in general was just too far out of Perth.
yeah.
You're in that funny spot between
Vic Park, basically.
Vic Park, Casino, CBD Perth, and I can't even
Wait,
put
go
Northbridge into that.
satellite,
There you go.
Yeah, and zoom out a bit. So it's right there, like
Right
see the
there.
and that's where, yeah.
Perfect spot. And you'll see as we scroll back that it's isolated. There's no bars around it.
Mm.
So they wanted to make the point Coup d'etat into a destination venue.
Yeah.
And
Well, what
that's
do you mean-
exactly what
do you
it
mean
is.
by destination venue? Like you're going there.
You
to
go there to go there to
Yeah.
stay the night, stay the full night, have
And
awesome food.
They do accommodation, don't they?
No,
They don't. Okay.
No.
Oh, I swear
no,
I've seen
no
people-
accommodation. There is accommodation up the road at Fraser Suites.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a closer hotel, but yeah, this is what it is. The downside, parking.
Mm.
It's $3.20 an hour.
Well, it used to be. Now it's,
Used to be. Now it's $5 for the full day,
yeah, which is good.
which
but-
is it's amazing. It's bringing people in.
yeah.
$3.20 an hour. Now, CPP. There you go. Is that CPP Point Fraser?
Yeah,
Is that the parking people?
that would be it. Yep.
Yeah,
City
yeah,
Perth
yeah, yeah.
parking.
So CPP, they obviously wanted to. They obviously thought that it was, hey, this is a new venue in Perth. It's going to be absolutely wicked. Let's suck as much money out of these guys as we can. Now,
See if you
Parking.
can drop the little man so we can actually have a look around.
Yeah, I'm trying. Let me figure this out. You guys keep talking.
Yeah.
so for parking, it was just through the roof, and that's what made people not want to come. Is because
Yeah.
the parking was just so damn expensive.
I'm not surprised because like if you go there from what 8 o'clock till midnight, $3.30 an hour, 4
Exactly.
hours,
Exactly.
paying like $15 for parking.
And you're paying $18 for a cocktail, $20 for a pizza, and
So
that's
expensive.
just on the deck. If you're wanting to have a
we
a
go.
nice high class meal, here we go on the point. So that's a brilliant cafe just on the corner. If you're wanting to have, a nice meal at Coup d'Etat, which they made some really nice meals. They shucked the oysters on the spot, right in front of you. They had the oysters on a pile of ice and behind a glass barrier, so you could actually see them shucking them straight away. It was an open plan kitchen. It was a great spot. Just prices, and it was really bad. It was really sad to hear that the chefs just went, "I'm done."
Really?
Yep. The whole team. And I mean head chef, exec chef, kitchen hands,
The
CDPs,
dishes, all
the
sorts.
dishes, everyone
Just picked up and left.
picked up, walked out.
Do you know if it's because they weren't getting paid or?
I cannot confirm nor deny
Right,
that
okay,
because I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
From what I know is they just packed up and walked out.
So yeah, because that was a similar thing with the trust Angels cut above the trustee and stuff like that. Because I just got told that it was just because like they owed I think it was $3,500 to a mate of mine for who was doing the bookings and
Yep.
and we're not doing the bookings, but they were just like DJing there and stuff like that. And then they were just like, well, I'm going to take DJ decks. If you're not going to pay me and you're going to lock your doors and it's closing down and stuff like that, well, I need my money somehow.
Yeah.
And it's just a similar thing. All the staff just packed up and left, disappeared.
Yep.
Just because of just what the rent and everything else was going on.
So that's one thing in Fremantle that's really, really shit right now is rent.
Yeah. Well, it's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like what we were talking about earlier with Clarence's and Five Bar. It's like they both shut down the same week basically because of rent. And there's nothing you can do about it though. Because there's just rent's going up.
if
Places are struggling.
And that's one thing of Perth, but on a finishing note, Coup d'Etat, wicked venue. Just shit just didn't work for them.
Yeah.
And for me, I think it was just the location.
Well, it is such a good location, but
Yeah.
so far
Well,
from
if you
everything.
put it up next to
Right.
like the Lucky Shag,
Yeah, then it'd be perfect.
it would be wicked because you have competition.
That's exactly it.
You've
And
got a little bit of competition
and
right
people
there.
can get bored of the Lucky Shag and then just go straight in there.
Yeah,
But then, or they might get bored at Coup d'Etat and go straight in there as well.
exactly. You need health. Like competition's good. Healthy competition, even better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's what Coup d'Etat needed, was some healthy competition. No other venue around that was bringing in the numbers that could sustain their business to be open.
Yeah. Well, didn't you say it was like a $20 million build or
From
something?
what I've been told, it's a $20 million build.
Yeah, and to be able to be sustainable with that, imagine what their rent's like. Yeah, it'd be through the roof. But then
Like-
again, it is like 5 businesses.
Surely they
in
got some
one.
assistance from the government though, with that build.
Maybe. Oh, with the Busselton Jetty, potentially. They might have got like a bit of a grant or something stupid,
I'm
maybe.
pretty sure that was just.
Just one dude.
No, I'm pretty sure that was just like, oh, you're going to chuck that out. We'll recycle that.
Yeah.
We'll keep Australia. We'll keep the Western Australian
Yeah, themed. or
heritage
whatever.
themes, blah blah, in it. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, well.
wicked topic, Kurt. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, I love playing there, but. Well, at the Beaumont, but. I just hope that embargo is going to pick up and maybe I can get a gig there or something sometime soon. It'd be awesome playing there in summer.
You got summer around the corner, man.
Yeah. So many gigs available, hopefully. I really hope so. But let's go back to Rapture. So, like, Mitch has got his point of view. I had my point of view very, very similar. What do you think, Liam? Because, like, it's
So from
it's
from a
funny.
professional point of view, I don't think she actually got spiked.
Yeah. I feel the same thing.
I
Like,
don't
talking about the
think-
spiking, because
Can we pull up the news feed, please? If that's possible.
like what we were talking about before, I don't know if we were talking about on when we were live, but like the whole thing that happened with Air Nightclub. Like
Yeah.
the girl got apparently injected with something, and then she actually got found out to be full of shit.
Yeah.
But who knows what actually happened in this situation,
So-
Rapture. But like,
Rapture, while he's pulling up the news feed, I found it today. There we go.
This is the security footage
Yeah.
from Rapture nightclub. Let me just. Hopefully, it doesn't play an advert.
So there she is with the short skirt next to the railing.
She is walking pretty.
This is when she's.
Well, this is before she.
This is when she's walking in.
Mm.
So, as a manager's perspective, she's quite sober. You've got one of the guards, one of the door girls down there, looking for intox, looking for possible signs of intoxication. You can see now that she's actually holding a really good conversation with the door girl, asking questions.
but where is she again? There.
She's
The
at the
white
scan
top.
tech machine right now. She's just
All of her
walked
friends
in.
have got in, so they've obviously
Yeah,
questioned her a bit.
Yeah, so they got in. And brilliant. All the friends are in. Great.
All right, now let's see if we can pull up when they leave. Right, here we go.
There we go. Now, can we bring it back to see when...
Wait, this is when she's coming in again, is it?
No,
she's
she's
leaving
walking
now.
off. So can we bring it back?
Is that so? That's her with the black skirt then.
Yeah. Let's bring it back a little bit more.
Yeah, look, she looks fine.
A little bit more. Right, there we go. Now she's out.
Yeah, look, she
Little bit stumbly, but that can be from intox.
Yeah, that's
Right.
exactly it.
She's holding a conversation with her friends.
Yeah, when you're off the rails, like you've been spiked, you can't even talk sometimes. Like depending on what you've been spiked with, but
Exactly.
you can be an absolute mess. Like
So-
not being able to stand up or anything. What's this now?
I think this is something different now.
Yeah, video show. Yeah, don't worry about that. Leaving
No.
church.
So I'm not at liberty to name the venue. But in my younger years, I was managing a nightclub, and I actually found a girl unconscious in the bathroom. Now, I ID'd her, got all of her details. She was a beautiful young girl. 4 days after her 18th birthday, she walked in with a bright pink dress and some bright red shoes. Right, now, that's memorable. Very, very memorable. About 3 hours later, I got a call on the radio going, can you come to the disabled bathroom? So I'm thinking, all right, sweet, no worries. Someone's wrecked it, or they've broken the toilet, or they've ripped the
Yeah.
mirror off the
Or
wall.
someone's rooted
Just
in there or
something, you
Yeah.
know, something that's just your typical nightclub scene. Walked in, door was locked. My glassy didn't have a key. I went, all right, sweet. Open it up. Looked in, slammed the door, and I went, right, get a female security guard. That's it.
Yeah.
Now. The girl that I ID'd in the bright pink dress and the red shoes was unconscious, butt naked.
Yeah, so no underwear, no bra.
No underwear, no bra, no dress, no heels.
Yeah, so completely naked.
Completely naked. And we looked for the dress and the heels. Still to this day, we don't know where they are. Now, we called the ambulance. The ambulance came, took her away, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, she was completely out.
Yeah.
Now, from what I believe, she was not highly intoxicated when she walked in. I reviewed the camera footage. She only had 4 drinks.
Only 4 drinks.
Only 4 drinks.
Yeah, so
So when I
definitely
when I looked at her, she was okay. She could hold a conversation. Her eyes weren't dilated. They weren't bloodshot. They weren't nothing. She was a perfect girl, just a normal girl walking into a nightclub. And then when she left, it was out on a stretcher. So
It's just not right though. Like, she 4 days into being 18.
4 days
and that
being into
happens.
18 and this
And
happens.
she's completely naked, left in a stall.
Yeah. Now, I can confirm that there was no traces of her being raped and no traces of semen or any signs. So what I want to know, and she doesn't remember this, what I want to know is, where'd the dress go
Yeah.
and where did her heels go?
Yeah, she didn't flush them.
She didn't flush them. Like,
Can't
these are
flush heels.
those were, I'd say they were 6-inch heels. Like,
Yeah.
It's a mystery, isn't it?
and still to this day, I don't know where those damn heels are gone. I don't care about the dress. Like, you can flush a dress. A dress can go missing. But where'd the heels go? Like,
Exactly, where'd the shoes go?
so for me, I don't think she actually got spiked.
No. I
But-
think it was just a proper
but-
wolf thing.
Professionally, in a professional sense, the owner fucked up.
Yeah, 100%.
You, do we have the photo of what he said, by any chance?
Yes, I can look up.
The back to Rapture.
No,
Yeah, the reply from Rapture. So the reply from Rapture was really, really unprofessional.
it was, yeah.
Unprofessional. Like, when I was reading it, I was like, "Wow, this old boy actually said this."
Yeah.
Like,
Did you see all the stuff they pulled up off his Facebook and Instagram with the Muslims and stuff?
yeah, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't post that."
Yeah, he's just being
got-
an old fart,
yeah.
professional. Like, I didn't post that. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that. That's
Yeah.
not me dressed up as blackface at this party.
Yeah.
They actually pulled
There
up
it
an
is.
image of him
There
at a
it
party,
is, right.
dressed like blackface.
What proof have you got that you got spiked? Why would anyone want to spike your drink? That's basically telling her,
Yeah.
excuse my language, but lady, you're ugly.
Yeah.
But
It's not right. You can't.
it's not right. You can't say that. Have you attended hospital and got your stomach pumped for evidence?
Is this something
Well,
you
once
and
they pump your stomach, where does it go? It goes on you,
yeah.
and then that thing that hospital wrap that they put on you goes in the wash or in the trash.
Yeah. So silly.
Is this something you or your friends experience regularly? No one wants to experience that
That's so
regularly.
rude.
Yeah.
Would you like? This is the best one, and the most condescending thing that I've ever read. Would you like a crowd controller to hold your drink next time you attend a nightclub?
So rude.
Right?
That's so rude.
You've got. Who's the owner of this bar? Who's the owner? It's Mark something,
Oh, I
isn't
thought
it?
it was Neil or something.
I'll name and shame this bloke. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
No one's going there anymore.
You've got a venue that has a capacity of about 400 people. So you want to employ 400 security guards to hold everyone's drink.
Yeah, good
Mate,
idea.
you condescending prick.
I like this line
Do you-
personally. Are you worth someone trying to spike your drink?
Yeah, that's going. That's
That's
become
it.
a
That's
Literally just
going a
repeating
little bit too
It's
far.
repeating what was already too far, just taking it further
Yeah.
though.
The
It's-
owner of the nightclub's called Neil Scott.
Yeah, I thought it
Neil
was
Scott.
yeah.
All right. Well, Neil Scott, top bloke, I reckon, for writing this bullshit comment.
Did you guys hear about what happened with his sons originally in the beginning?
Oh, there's.
That's him and the victim there.
There we go.
Or
So,
the supposed
what-
victim.
What happened originally, from what I've heard through the grapevine, is that he used to have he owns that building, or he's owned it or rented it for a long time,
It's been dormant for 15 years, so I've
and
been
it used
told.
to be a club beforehand as well.
Pretty sure he held the exact same license.
Yeah, exactly. And then he closed his doors and he's just reopened. Apparently, it's the third time now. He's done it 3 times, and then he's probably going to do it again. Wait a while until everyone forgets, then reopens again. Probably.
But see, no one's going to forget about this.
Nah,
This-
it's everywhere. It was
this-
first page Reddit. Like,
Yeah. And
This
you know
is like
what?
I'm saying, I'd like to go down on Friday night and just stand out front of the club and just see how busy it is.
yeah,
It's not. It's going to be dormant.
Yeah, it's
exactly. It's
Gonna
going to be completely
be
empty.
I wonder if he's even going to open this weekend, because there'd probably be no point.
Yeah, it'd just be a waste of money paying bartenders and security and
I
stuff.
feel sorry for the staff that work there, because they're pretty much out of the job now.
Yeah. But see, like, talking about what I said
But
with their
we'll
kids.
see.
Well, you go.
We'll see. Also, the staff, right? And when we're on the topic of the staff, guys, if you're listening or you hear about the podcast, I'm actually genuinely sorry that you work for this prick, because you're going to be looking for a job, and everyone's going to look at your resume and look at Rapture. 9 times out of 10, they'll just look over it, and then you'll get one venue manager or one ops manager that'll see your resume and be like, actually, nah,
You're a
this guy,
liability.
this guy's the owner. The staff never fucked up.
No,
It's
just
the owner. So you'll get 1 or 2, maybe even 3 venue managers that'll look over your resume and go, actually, no, this guy's really in for a job. We'll get him in. We'll see how he goes.
I wonder if it was one of those situations where it was just like, oh, Capital did that and Amplify did that. Hold my beer. I'm going to do something better, kind of thing. Like,
Well, it's the same thing about Brass Monkey as we pulled
Yeah.
it back before with the schoolies. Like,
Yeah.
no publicity is bad publicity. Sorry, what's the saying?
No publicity is bad publicity.
There we go. No
Yeah.
publicity is bad publicity. But
yeah,
this is pretty bad.
it is very
Pretty
bad.
bad. Like this shit shuts down venues.
Yeah. And so that's what I was saying before about his kids, because like when he first opened his doors, he did kind of a bit of a soft launch, but his kids were like, because I think he's got like 2 or 3 sons, they actually went on the Facebook and was like, hey, my dad's opening a new nightclub soon.
I heard about that.
Yeah, that's that place. And they were like, oh, if you're interested in any events or trying to book us for functions or something like that, message us. And then it just didn't go down well because there's a bunch of kids that are trying to do the events and do everything there with no experience or whatever the case was, and just did it unprofessionally and buried it from the start, basically.
Yeah.
But then now it kept going, got a bit of a
like
following.
my only recommendation to Neil Scott is, bro, go pay some graduate student
Yeah.
that studied PR, pay them $90,000 a year to put this shit to bed.
Yeah, 100%.
If you want to keep your business open, you need to put this shit to bed.
It's too late for Rapture. They need to close and rebrand.
They do.
And
They
they need
really
to.
do.
But see,
I don't
coming
even know.
back
They
to
need to
liquor
distance
licensing,
themselves from Neil. Like, he needs to step down.
Yeah,
And they need to
pass
put.
it
They need to
down,
be
yeah.
like, look, he's no longer running the joint. He might be the money. He might own the joint, but he's got nothing to do with Rapture
Yeah.
anymore. I think that's the only way you can really bury this now.
but
Yeah. There's
he,
nothing.
I don't think he'll step down.
No, I don't think so.
He seems like the kind of.
Yeah, the old kind of dude with the
It's
basic
old.
morals.
I think
like-
it's old money.
Yeah.
It's old money. It's not new money. It's not legit money. I reckon it's old money.
Yeah. But there's nothing you can do about it. It's just that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. And as what we were talking about before, it's put Perth back on the scene again, but
It's not a good. It's not a good.
it's not a good thing at all.
And it was like a week and a half after, not amps. Sorry, Joe's Juice Joint just got named best dive bar.
Oh, really?
So it was like Perth was on a high, and then bang, Perth's known for not the best place to come to for nightlife.
And it's just damaging us. But so we've got 26 minutes left. Let's go into, because we've only touched on the subject, what can Perth do to really improve? Because we talked about how Melbourne's already, established, and we try and get things going.
That's a very easy subject. So
because what would you think?
pop-ups that are actual legit pop-ups. Everyone loves something new.
Yeah.
Everyone loves something new. Have a pop-up bar that's only for 3 months. Bang, pop it up, keep it going, shut it down for 6 weeks, pop it up again, keep it going for 3 months, shut it down for a couple of weeks, rebrand it, pop it up again. Keep it popping. As long as you've got that same venue on a 10-year license, you pop up 600 times, you'll be making money.
Yeah, 100%.
As a venue owner, you'll be making money. And you'll be getting bums on seats and drinks out the door.
Yeah.
If you've got the best prices and that'll keep people coming in, it'll do it. It'll work. If you've got the rent on the right sort of aspect, on the right sort of price, you'll make money. If you can negotiate your way into the rent, you'll be fine. If you're just going to lay down and take it,
then you'll collapse.
You're stuffed.
Yeah.
You are stuffed. You're not going to live.
Yeah.
You're not going to survive in Perth.
Yeah, see, for me, I reckon it's just the entertainment kind of thing. Like, if we get a better nightlife entertainment-wise, I reckon that will really boost us. It's like how there's rumours going around how they're going to open an alcoholic time zone in Perth.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's basically arcade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Palace Arcade.
Arcade.
But it's going to be with, like, instead of having the old retro games, it's going to be proper time zone kind of style. So
I'm 100% on board for that.
Yeah, like having a
I'd
DJ
jump all over that.
Yeah, everybody would. If you can go and get drunk and then go and like play like whatever games, like the racing car games and stuff like that.
Midnight something.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Basketball.
Exactly.
The
you can
shooting.
win prizes as well. Like if you can get tokens and stuff like that, you can. You probably won't be able to redeem that for alcohol. But if
I can see a liquor licensing going. Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you.
Because that's well. It could be a loophole. It could be a loophole because technically you're still paying for the drinks.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like a loyalty point.
Exactly. Yeah.
For every $100 you spend, you get a drink token.
I mean, they do something similar to that at Burswood, so
yeah, exactly.
Because they have those people walk around giving you the Burswood entertainment cards, and they have $10 that you can redeem for alcohol on it.
Yeah. And then you have to spend that gambling, don't you, to be able to get more points to it or something?
Yeah. Well, you can use it for gambling, or you can buy drinks with it.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a credit card just for Burswood.
But if you buy drinks on it, do you get loyalty points for buying drinks using that card as well? Or is it just...
No.
Yeah, so it's just for gambling, you get loyalty points and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
but
you don't get loyalty points, you just rack up dollars.
Yeah, so you can... technically it is loyalty points. So with Crown you can spend money there on drinks, food, hotel rooms. I think you need to spend, from memory, $250,000 a year consecutively to be able to get into the Pearl Room.
No way.
Which the Pearl Room is basically the high rollers.
Yeah, the top of the top kind of thing.
And then I think it's like $2 million a year to get to the Whale Room, which not many people know about.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So
there would be one above it for the high.
Of course, they call it the Whale Room.
Well, it is. It is the whales. It's for the really high, ultra high rollers.
Yeah.
That legit just walk in there and throw.
My dad used to work in the Pearl Room.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, from what he told me, and this was a long time ago, so I don't know if I'm remembering it quite properly, but you needed to have, I think it was a minimum of $5,000 to get on a table there.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So it's, Crown as an institution is massive. Crown as a corporation is insane. But with that loyalty point for the time zone, yeah, sure, let's do it. Tokens, wicked. You need 500 tokens to get a drink.
Yeah, but it's still.
But
just
you're spending,
entices
you're spending $3.50 on average for a game of basketball to get 50 tokens.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Well,
You're,
depending on
you're
how good
spending
you are,
like $1,000 to
Yeah.
get an $18 drink.
That's it. Yeah.
So
It'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds though, because it's like what we were talking about before with Holy Moly. Like, it's so good that we've got things that you can go get drunk and play mini golf.
oh, holy moly, carousel.
There's one at Carousel.
Yeah.
Really?
It's actually really good.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, it's the
bowling
bigger
there,
one.
you got you got escape rooms,
Really?
and you got the bowling. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Bowling, escape rooms, and
Golf.
mini golf. Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. And that's what we need. But I wouldn't have said Carousel because like.
Mate, they've got 1 litre handles of beer. Yeah.
At Carousel at a
Yeah,
shopping
1
centre.
litre.
See, I'm surprised with that. How they're doing that at a shopping centre.
They're
Well,
trying
it's
to they're trying to sort of redevelop. I mean, have you been there since they've done the big
Yeah,
redevelopment?
it looks really nice.
Yeah,
It's-
they've
it's
got
really
like
good.
they've got this really cool like the second food court that they
Yeah.
built on top.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not really
great.
a food court. It's like a restaurant section.
It's like a
Yeah.
restaurant hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 12 restaurants there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they're
You can
like
get
fully
dim
fledged
sum and
restaurants.
everything,
There's
yeah.
even like a few bars. There's the TGI
Yeah.
Fridays. You've got the Holy Moly there.
Mm.
So it's
You've got a
looking pretty
time
good.
zone downstairs as well. Like there's
Yeah, it's just trying to.
that
have
as a
everything.
whole is just a hub.
Yeah.
You like what they want you to do is go there, go to Holy Moly, have dinner, go to a movie, go back to Holy Moly. So it's
Exactly,
it's a destination
destination.
venue.
It's not really. It's not really set up to be sort of nightlifey. It's more
Exactly.
set up as like
A family-friendly kind of thing.
yeah.
You know?
I don't
Kind
really know.
of.
It's more like for the people who don't want to go to a nightclub
Yeah.
but still want to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's nothing around that area other than that, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's Cannington. Like, nothing's in Cannington except residential areas, really.
And then you've got,
And just
if you
lo-
want to go out, you've got Northbridge, and that's like a $30 Uber ride.
Exactly, yeah. Or you've just got local pubs to go to, kind of thing. That's it. But yeah, what other topics? Have
Yeah.
we-
Shout out to your local. To
Yeah,
your
that's
local
it,
pub.
So what else have we got to go into? Because my laptop's dead now, so I can't pull up the topics.
I don't know. You're the host, mate.
Oh. Bring it up from the chat. Here we
Well,
go.
Bryce, you've been pretty quiet tonight. What do you think of Rapture and everything else, and what do you think could help improve Perth?
Well, that whole rapture thing, sounds like a bad dream, really.
It really is.
I can't believe someone,
Yeah, it can be so unprofessional.
an owner of a bar, like, or a club, can just be, that blunt, that arrogant when they're speaking about things.
Well, I
like
mean, like a lot of people dug up a lot of his like old posts and stuff
Yeah.
on Facebook. He's quite. Well, I wouldn't say quite. He's extremely right-leaning.
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Like he's
But he
the
has
kind of,
kids,
He's
like,
the kind
that's
of
the
guy
point.
that's like, climate change doesn't exist, and like think like a Trump supporter,
Yeah.
like full-on Trump supporter. So I'm not surprised. He's just a full-blown Trump supporter living in Australia. No, but like,
Let's just go
How do you
Trump.
describe those kinds of people that are just super
but sure-
conservative? Like,
But surely, like, conservative people
He
with
shouldn't
kids
own a nightclub.
should know
they
that.
should not own a nightclub.
Well, there's, I've got a child and I've got one on the way, so I've got kids. I can relate to people with kids. My dream is to own a venue. Now, once upon a time, my dream was to own a nightclub. That's when I was 18. More realistically, now it's a small bar.
Yeah.
Because-
Small money's in it, I reckon. Well, kind of.
If you can do it properly, like I want to do small bar pop up, multiple pop ups. When one sticks, it sticks. And you take away the pop up logo, and that's it there.
Yeah.
But nightclubs and Family Man, yes, it works. Bree Maddox is I'm a strong supporter of Bree Maddox.
Bree Mannix?
Bree Maddox is the owner of the Court Hotel.
Oh, okay.
So
But that's a company, though, or is it just a family?
no, as in the Court Hotel, as in the court. It's
but-
Bree Maddox is the owner.
Okay, so that's the family name that owns the court, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So Bree Maddox, when I worked there, she was pregnant, when I finished working there, she had a baby. She had the office upstairs and the little baby crib. She tricked out her office as a second nursery.
Yeah, that's pretty
So
cool.
she could bring her child to work. She could do the office stuff, and then take her baby home.
Yeah.
She's an inspiration to people especially women who want to own a bar,
Exactly, yeah.
but you need to be in the right mindset
That's exactly it.
to own a bar and a nightclub at the same time and run a business and a family.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Nightclubs and family should not be in the same sentence.
That's exactly it. Yeah, because you're always working nights, and how do you drop the
Yeah.
kid off at school the day after?
Exactly.
So that's one thing I've always been worried about. It's because, like with the DJing, like I'm in this for good. And when I say I'm in this for good, it's like I've come this far doing what I'm doing and loving what I'm doing. Why would I stop and making them X
the worst
amount?
thing is you don't know anything else. Like
Yeah.
I've been in this industry 15 years. I started when I was 10.
Yeah.
Right. I've got nothing else. I've tried building. I've tried other stuff. Nah.
Yeah.
I'm in this for the long run, and if you know what you want to do, you just need to shift your thought pattern a little bit. Like
exactly.
you won't be DJing for the rest of your life,
Well, I'd like to, but not nightclubs or anything. I'd
but
like
you
to
won't
do
be
bars.
70 years old pumping
Yeah.
core
No,
in
exactly.
a nightclub.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be.
Why not?
But see, for me though, like
If I could, I would.
Oh, exactly. Like I'd be that awesome silverback sexy bartender at a small bar if I could, but I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I'd rock my silver fox hairdo. Call me DJ Wrinkles or something like that.
No, just call you like DJ Bear or something. The Bear.
DJ Grumpy.
But that's what I mean though. It's like that's one thing that kind of worries me a bit because like obviously I want to have a family when I'm older. I want to have kids and buy a house and do this and do that. But with the DJing and stuff, it's like, you know, like one of my best mates, right, with Andre, like it works for him. And he was an accountant. He used to work at Sanity and all sorts of stuff. But then when he found out that, you know, the DJing's working and the money's bringing in, everything's working for him, he stuck by it. And, you know, like, it just works so well. And seeing that as, like, an inspiration of, like, you know, a role model of something that I want to, you know, try and follow in someone's footsteps kind of thing, which I just...
Well,
like,
it was like I was telling you before. Do you remember I was telling you about Chocolate Puma?
Yeah.
And they're two relatively old guys. I think one's like 50 and the other guy's like 65 or something.
Yeah.
And the oldest guy, the 65-year-old, is one of the CEOs of Goldman Sachs.
Yeah,
so he's making like
he doesn't
200
care.
mil a
He
year
Yeah.
as a CEO of Goldman Sachs. But he's also like pumping tunes on like huge festival stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I mean.
You
though.
don't like DJing to me. It's never going, unless you're really, really big, it's never going to be a full-time job.
Exactly. Even though I have managed to make it a full-time job at some points, it's just like a one day. It's like what happened with the Mantle. Like just bam, like okay, no more Thursdays.
Yeah.
The lease is running out. Something else is going to happen. But then it's like now I don't have Thursdays, and I got to try and hustle and try and find more work and try and make it so I can survive basically. And that's where it comes down to who you know and the networks and just trying to hustle.
And that's Perth hospitality. It's not what you know, it's who.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can pick up a job.
If I'm being perfectly honest, that's hospitality everywhere, and it's most jobs nowadays.
If you've been in hospitality, you can. If you know people in the hospitality, like if you're starting out and you want to get into hospitality, get into hospitality. But the only way you're going to get in, make friends with a bartender.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
If you want to get into DJing, make friends with a DJ.
That's it. You got to put the hard effort in and show as much interest as you can and learn and do it properly, kind of thing. Because that's what I've found with the DJing, right? Is if I half-assed it, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Yeah.
But since I spent hours and hours and hours and hours and days and weeks adjusting, making playlists, I think I've got over 40 playlists on my actual laptop, right? But since I sat in bed just listening to music and sorting stuff and showing that I was interested and then recording everything and learning from my mistakes and trying to do everything properly, then it's just shown that I actually want to push it as far as I can.
Yeah.
And being given opportunities to actually try and do it. And that's what just quickly, that's why I just, the Maz brothers, everything that has happened, like I owe them everything. If it wasn't for them, I would not be even sitting here. I wouldn't even know what I'd be doing. I wouldn't have a podcast, wouldn't be doing DJing. I would just try and find a normal job kind of thing, instead of being in the position I'm in. And it's all because my uncle owned a pub and I managed to meet the right people. It's just networking. And that it's just, with everything that it is. So, okay, well, we've got 10 minutes left.
You don't have to force it if you don't have anything else to talk about.
Well, I'd like to keep it going, keep the banter going.
Well,
what else can we banter about?
Well, actually, I want to jump back on the topic of DJing.
Yeah.
Who's that crazy haired DJ that was on Geordie Shore? No, Jersey Shore. Shore. DJ Paulie.
Paulie D, yeah.
Paulie D.
I've seen a video.
Where has he been? Like, where is he? Where's he going?
Dude, he gets paid so much. He plays in California all the time.
Yeah, but where is he? He's not releasing. He's playing.
Yeah, that's exactly. He was on.
But that's what a DJ is.
Yeah, he's got that.
You can be
status.
a DJ producer, but if you're
just
just
be
a
a solid
DJ alone,
DJ.
play other people's music. That's,
But see,
you're a disc jockey.
He's a horrible DJ in
Exactly.
himself. I've seen a video.
Yeah,
where
but I
he's-
mean, like, how many horrible DJs are out there?
exactly.
I
And
mean,
so that's,
I mean, it's not even about how you DJ nowadays. It's about your image.
Yeah,
Like,
that's exactly
Take a look
it.
at fucking Paris Hilton, bloody
Yeah.
Paulie D, DJ Paulie D.
Well, see, that's what I brought up.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq's DJing.
Yeah, like he goes and
Marshmallow.
stands in the crowd.
Marshmallow.
Freaking DJ Shark, right? Or whatever, however you say his name, right? He goes and stands in the crowd at Tomorrowland, and then it's just like, that's a publicity stunt. He's just there raving with everybody. And it's just this big motherfucking black dude.
I mean,
who's
Salvatore
played basketball
Ganacci.
and- Pardon?
Salvatore Ganacci.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Does the same thing.
Yeah, just trolling and
Like, if
making
you saw
memes.
his 2019 set at Tomorrowland, he starts his set out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
some
exactly
guy's
it.
just there, presses play,
Yeah.
and he's out in the crowd raving to literally his own set
Yeah.
for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he did that. And then he
That's
goes...
so
and
confusing.
he walks through the crowd, goes up on the stage, like, oh, hi guys, I was actually in there with you guys,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And
Yeah.
there's another video where it's like, have you seen
But
those
that's the
things?
thing, like, you're DJing, it's like a lot of people like to say, oh, this DJ shit, he doesn't know how to mix, but it's like, it's the energy you create. You're there
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
keep the party going, right?
Yeah.
See, that's exactly like what I was telling you the other night, where it's like, whenever I get booked to, like, so one of the things, right, is that, you know, you can be a girl and you have tits and ass, you be really good looking, and guys want to look at you and do
And you're a
this,
shit DJ.
and you be a shit DJ, but you still get booked. But for me, being a guy, one of the biggest problems that I find is that I have to provide the energy. And this is what I was saying to you, where you have to come watch me at Lucy's Love Shack. Because whenever I play at Lucy's Love Shack, I don't just stand there and press play like every other DJ. The other day, I found out how many steps I did. I did 28,900 steps, right, in 4 hours. Right? And that's from me having my phone in my pocket, jumping around, trying to amp the crowd up and doing all sorts of shit, singing along, getting girls to come back behind me, putting their headphones on their head, dancing with them, doing all sorts of shit, but providing that atmosphere that I'm not just going to press play. And the worst thing about Lucy's, right, is that they have all these lights around the stage, which is good for a band because then you provide ample
Yeah.
lighting. But then when you're standing there and you got all these bloody spotlights on you and it gets so hot and you're wearing skinny jeans and shit and you're sweating bricks, right? But if I don't do that, then I don't get the job kind of thing. And that's what I have to do everywhere I play, because unless I provide some sort of energy or vibe or atmosphere or something to make me stand out from other people, well, then I'm just every other DJ. I'm just like every other person that's just pressing play kind of thing. And that's where, like, you know, sometimes even stuffing up on purpose, but just to make like a joke out of it or play certain songs. Like I played the Pokemon theme song.
I think the
at
point
Lucy's.
that I was trying to make was not necessarily because, like, what you said is true. Like, a good DJ can mix well and picks. Like, you're a song selector.
Yeah.
You pick the right songs. You transition well. That's fine. But like DJs like Paulie D and Shaq and Paris Hilton, people don't go to their shows.
Core.
People don't go to their shows because they're good DJs. They go to their shows because it's fucking Paris Hilton.
Exactly, yeah. And so that's what were you gonna say?
I was just wanting to bring back on the fact that, you know, bartenders and DJs do the exact same job except different.
Yeah, no, I agree with that because
So-
you got to give that level of customer service.
Yeah.
Like for example, right? I'm not gonna badmouth Beaumondine, right? But the DJ
I'm not going to badmouth this person, but
the DJ that has been playing there as a residency, I have heard through the staff members, right? And the staff members have told me that he pauses the music if someone comes up and requests a song and tells them to fuck off.
yeah, fucking good
Not
on
even
him.
kidding. Like, I've been told by 3 different staff members that he's done it multiple times in the past. Someone will come up, "Oi, can you play Nutbush City by Tina Turner?" Fuck off. And then keeps playing the music kind of thing. Like that. Like, no, I'm not playing your song. Go away, you old hag. Shit like that.
I wish I had the balls to do that.
But when I got told
I usually
that,
just do, sorry, I can't hear you.
No, but see, like, when I got told that, I just kind of stopped and was like, how do you employ this guy? Well, he does a good set. I was like, does he do a good set, though? Like, if you pause the music, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, if some old lady's coming up and asking for Nutbush,
Yeah, you play it.
you goddamn play it. That, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is the only Australian song that everyone knows. It's not even Australian.
No, but everyone knows that.
Everyone
That's why
knows
it's
the dance
Australian.
move.
Yeah.
Like,
if it's not Australian,
you
we
play it at your local pub.
Yeah.
Everyone gets up and dances.
That's
I've seen an
exactly it.
80-year-old woman get up and do it. I've seen a 7-year-old kid get up and do it. Like,
Yeah. That's exactly what I was saying before, how I
it's
did
the
that.
Nutbush.
I did the homeschooling ball, right? And when I did that, they actually, some of the kids that were like 13 and 15 and stuff like that, prepared dances for it. So they actually, when I played that, it's like 10 or 15 little kids all got up and did the Nutbush dance. And that's what I mean. Like, if you get requested that out and about, if you don't have it, be polite and say, you know, I don't have it, but I can play something else, or
Yeah.
I can do this or
Well,
do
that brings up a good topic that
Oh, we've only
I
got
like talking about.
4 minutes left.
Yeah, fair enough.
But when that happens, it's like, you got to be polite. It's customer service. No one's going to go to a bar, and if a bartender's like, no, I'm not giving you a Guinness, fuck off. And it's like, you look at the bartender weird. You're like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Could I just interject there? Bartending. People don't think it's a career.
No,
Right?
it is.
It is. It is now a career.
Yeah.
It's been a career for years. Just like DJing is a career. There's something called the Bacardi Legacy, and that makes bartenders careers. So if you've got the balls to actually make a cocktail and go on to the Bacardi Legacy, you can actually become
See, I've heard about
one
that,
of the
actually.
top bartenders in the world.
Yeah, I've been told about that. There's
Yeah.
a guy called James Connolly. He actually started at my uncle's pub.
James Connolly.
Yeah, he
Good
started
old
it.
James Connolly.
He's a good dude.
Shout out to James if you're on here, mate.
He is a great guy, but he's now, I think he's like in charge of the bar staff and everything for all the Squire pubs.
Well, he's got a few pubs himself.
Does he actually?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Because he was named best bartender in Western Australia, and
Yeah.
I think he was in the top 5 for Australia.
You realise they have like bartending competitions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah,
going to say.
Fully,
We
full-on.
got full on bar competitions, but
Yeah.
people like the oldies, the goldie oldies, they still think that bartenders are just your local pub pouring
Yeah.
you a pint. We're not.
No.
We're
So-
not. We are creating cocktails.
Yeah. And
We
see,
are doing everything in the world that we can to make a name for ourselves.
exactly, and that's what I was going to say with Long Chim's. There was a bartender that worked at Long Chim's, right? And he got taught by James Connolly, I'm pretty
Yep.
sure. And when
Yep.
he got taught, he made a cocktail, right? Made his own specific cocktail.
Yep.
He got flown over at East or
You ready?
something like that.
There you go. Flair Classic Competition.
All right, let's watch this.
Love
quickly.
it.
Oh, lovely.
So
We'll go 2 hours 10, and then we can kind of wrap up.
Yeah,
last.
I've muted the audio so you can talk over it.
Okay, yeah.
But like they have like full-on like competitions and shit.
this is just
Look at
Flair
that.
though. So those bottles only have like
Yeah,
60 ml in it.
Yeah.
Just enough for your cocktail.
It's pretty full-on.
Yeah.
A while ago, I got sort of went into the weird part of YouTube and found these videos. I was like, holy shit, they actually... But I mean, there's pretty much a competition for everything nowadays.
Yeah.
He failed. He spilled some shit.
Yeah. But see, that's what I mean, though. That guy that got flown over east, that cocktail got named after him, and now every time it gets served in that venue, or the venues over in Melbourne and stuff like that, he gets money for it.
Yeah.
There's a whole like etiquette to it too, because when I was working at, I worked at Hoyt's La Premiere.
Yeah.
And they actually gave all their bar staff like proper bar training. So we got a barista certificate, and we had a wine expert come in, and a bar, I don't even know what they're called.
Mixologist.
Yeah, and they're like, this is how you have to do everything. This is how you shake a cocktail, and these are all the instruments you need to use. It's like a full on like.
Yeah. And like you said, it's a career. It's a proper career now.
Yeah.
It's really good with that.
It is a full career.
Yeah.
And that's what I want people to actually realise, that we're putting in the hard yards. We are we're tasting everything for your benefit.
It's like a chef.
It is.
Yeah.
It's exactly like a chef.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
If you have like respect for the chef industry and like how long it takes to become a chef, and they're constantly tasting their food, inventing new food, and trying to better themselves and their restaurants, is the same for bars.
Yeah.
And barmen.
The other day, I made a cocktail, and I actually named it right then and there, because I was like, I want to make a cocktail and just name it something really stupid. So I made a rum white chocolate toasted marshmallow espresso martini, and I didn't want to name it. I didn't want to name it that. I didn't want to name it that. So I named it the Cocaine Nah.
I think we need to get him back on the podcast to show us this.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
So it's a wicked cocktail. But see, that'll only just go on a list. It's not competition worthy. So bringing it back to Legacy, to actually enter, you need to go through a city competition, a state competition for Australia, and that's with all the bartenders in your state, and then you need to go to nationals, and then you go from nationals to worlds. So only one person from every continent that competes goes to worlds. And then once it goes to worlds, your cocktail is worldwide known.
Yeah, and
but
that's
you
what you're
have
saying
to
about
have
the Bacardi thing,
a
right?
Bacardi Legacy.
Yeah.
I know it's not really relevant, but they do the same thing for Subway sandwich artists.
Do they actually?
There's a competition. It's a worldwide competition between all the Subways. They call it Sub Jammers.
Sub Jammers.
And I got third in WA when I worked there. I was 18. But only first place goes to the national, and then the winner from the national goes to America and competes in
to
the...
make sandwiches.
Literally, like, there's a whole formula they have to follow. Like, you can only put, like, 17 grams of lettuce on, and so, like, they time you. So the judges will be like, okay, I want this, they'll give the usual Subway order, and you have to get the measurements right, and you have to get under a certain time. The wrapping has to be done in a certain way.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so
What do you
funny.
win?
Huh?
What do you win?
Subs for life.
I think it's like 50 grand in a car or something if you win the
for
at the
making
internationals.
sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit
They'll
my
probably
job.
like
Yeah,
promote
go
it
work at
as
Subway.
well.
I'm gonna go with a
We
Subway.
make some meatball subs.
Yeah.
Nah.
So I can't. I've ruined Subway for myself now, because every time I go and I just see like your 15-year-old from high school
You just sit
make
there
my
like,
sub,
you're
and
not
I'm
doing
just
it
sitting
right.
there going, "You fucking didn't just put 6 olives on my sub, did you?" Yeah, that's like
That
11
is too
grams
much
of lettuce.
sauce.
That's not enough lettuce.
There's too much sauce.
Yeah.
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So now you know.
So what is it?
Third place Sub Jammers 2013
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad
in
at all.
WA.
Right, where's the closest Subway? I'm hungry now.
I'm actually fucking starving. So, and we've just hit time. So,
Yep. So should we
right.
wrap everything up?
give us your best sign out, Alex.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for
look
coming.
deep into the camera.
Thank you for coming on, Liam. And,
No worries.
Yeah, and definitely going to have you on in the
Wait.
future.
Before we finish this off, Liam, is there anything you want to plug?
Yeah. What do you think about the podcast and everything?
Is there an event that you're holding or something you want to plug on the podcast?
Yeah. So if you're ever down in Fremantle, pop into Vin and Ollie's. If you drop this podcast in front of me when I'm working, I will give you the best service I can ever give you. And I might even be able to shout you some of those glorious cheeseburger spring rolls.
Hey, that's a good deal.
That's not bad. And so you serve that, what was it, the toasted marshmallow
Yeah,
white
if you want the cocaine, I can probably make that up for you as well. But you're going to be buying that. I won't be giving that for free.
Yeah. How much would that be? They're like $18?
I can do it for 15.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your special. Be like $20 normal, but show the podcast $15 or something.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. That's good
Yeah.
marketing on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else is really popping up other than Fremantle's really popping right now. So pop in a Fremantle. If you're around, jump in, say g'day. We'll be able to sort you out.
Yep.
All right.
Bryce, what about you? Have you got anything to add to what we talked about and everything, and anything to plug?
Come back around to me. No, I think I'm all good.
No, you're all good. No, you just had fun.
Yeah.
I sat there and did nothing.
I reckon this worked out quite well, this one. I think this podcast was really, really good. And I can't wait for the next one. Next week, we've got Josh Crofton jumping on, talking about DJing at the Brass Monkey on Fridays and Sundays and stuff. Talking about his career with Sub Error and Sub Filler, and trying to do live streams and everything he's doing as a DJ and in the music industry, and trying to get on his feet and really, really push what's going on. Big respect to that dude, and can't wait to have him on next week. Mitch, have you got anything to add at all?
The one thing that I do want to plug is I can't legally say online, so
Okay.
just hit me up if you want to know interesting things.
Okay. Hit Mitch up for interesting things that could, I guess, damage a reputation? Or?
No.
No.
It won't damage my reputation. It won't damage anyone's reputation. It's just it's not entirely legal.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Bryce, back to you. I'm handing you the
Holy
stick.
shit. Yeah, no.
You had fun?
It was good times, good topics.
Yeah.
I think we actually stayed a bit more on track and a bit on a little less, what's the word? Distracted? No, what do we normally do?
Go off topic and everything.
Go off topic.
Well, like when you
quite
mentioned
a bit.
before, we didn't really go off topic.
We didn't
No,
really
it's
come
all
into this
really-
podcast with a plan, to be perfectly
No,
honest.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and
I
all
just thought
things
it'd be best.
considered.
We talked about it in the group chat, and we did wing it a bit, but I reckon we covered enough. I mean, like...
It's enough for what's going on in the hospitality industry in Perth
Exactly.
at the moment.
Yeah,
If we were in Melbourne, mate, we'd be talking about everything.
exactly, yeah.
And it would be a 5-hour podcast, but no one would listen.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So, Perth hasn't got much going on in hospitality at the moment other than the things that we pointed out on.
It'd be interesting to see what happens in the next 5 years or 10 years, though. And I really hope it does improve.
So, I'll see you guys on the
Nah.
8th of October.
No, we'll probably get you in. I reckon we'll get you in a couple of months again. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
All right.
So,
Well,
the rain check.
this is this is the Infra-Red podcast. So this is Liam, Bryce, me,
Yeah.
TV, and Jamie, Mitch, signing off. We'll see you guys next week around 7:30. Catch ya.